Greetings, members one and all of the Salvation Nation. It is Sunday night, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And those of you who have mothers, which is every single one of you, or have had a mother in this lifetime, because you would not be here without mothers. Yes, indeed. And today could be an historic day, too, not just because of the way to process sugar in your alcoholic beverages, which turns into liquor. Sugar high liquor, everybody. But it is major announcement time from Donald John Trump. He posted this 3 hours ago. My next truth will be one of the most important and impactful I have ever issued. Now, for those of you who remember, Donald Trump made an announcement that he was going to be giving a major announcement before Monday. And of course, so it is just hours away now. So we're going to keep an eye on Donald Trump's Truth Social. Why is this? Why are we doing this? Well, whether you're a fan of Donald Trump or not, this could have an impact on the markets. And I'm going to make a prediction here as the market has just opened up here. And you can see that everything is zeroed out. 0 in the red for gold and 0 in the green for silver. Is that a foretaste of what's to come to? I don't know. However, I theorize and speculate right now officially that Donald Trump could announce a gold-backed treasury. That's a possibility. I know that's out there to say that, but I think it's a possibility that he could announce it. You never know, because right now gold is down $50.20 out of the open. This is insane, folks. What is this about? Down $50 right now of the open, and silver is down 19 cents. A massive drop for gold tonight, folks. Now remember, I did say that I thought that gold very well could be at or near the top when it almost hit $3,500 an ounce. And since then, we pulled back fairly substantially. And then right now, unless this is a glitch, which I kind of doubt it is, because silver is moving down as well too, but not as much. Gold, breaking news, down $50 in the open. Crazy. Man, all right. Is insane. Well, welcome one and all. It's going to be an interesting night tonight, and it could be that the announcement got out. Do some of these other nations know what's going on in the Asian markets? We're going to keep an eye on it and see. But in the meantime, the gold has just opened down $50 out of the starting gate. What does this mean? Will this drop continue? Or is this just a glitch? Crazy. I don't know. Yes, indeed. Nuts. All right. We're watching things pretty closely here, and I don't know what that announcement could be, but can you imagine if it was a gold-backed treasury? You know, think about it. China and other places have been selling some of the U.S. treasuries. That's part of the de-dollarization. And now with gold down $50, well, now it's down $40.50. Still a pretty big drop in gold's price out of the starting gate. Palladium is now waking up $2. And look at that. Wow. Crazy, crazy. All right. Platinum and palladium both above $1,000 an ounce. We're going to keep an eye on that stuff. But let's get into some of the comments and see what some of you guys are saying on some of my latest videos. Michael K. on the video that I just posted here not too long ago about that major hedge fund manager makes a big move with gold. Everybody's chasing gain. Greed is what got the world in the situation it is now. Sad, but that won't change. So live each day like it's your last. It might just be. You're right. That's true, Michael K. Good point. Wise words. Glad you guys are here. Michael K. is here. And so is Dean R., Mark B., Brad Wheeler. Good to see all of you guys. Appreciate you being with me here tonight. All right. Let's see here. And Lori Smith says here, it was a pawn shop. I was in a pawn shop on Wednesday that I was never in before, 2 hours away from where I live. They were selling 1969 Kennedy half dollars as silver. I didn't buy them because I didn't think they were silver. Well, they're 40% silver, so it's half and half. So be careful. If they were selling them as 90%, then you probably got ripped off. But yeah, you're very good to think about that. They are 40% silver. So thank you, Lori Smith. Good to see you guys. Trax is here. MM126 is here. Welcome, welcome. Glad you guys are here tonight. We're keeping an eye on several different things. Not only are we watching the markets, which gold is down almost $50. Now it's down $48.10. So it is not a glitch. That is really happening now. Silver is down a half a percentage point, down 16 cents. That's pretty big for silver too, but gold is getting clobbered in the open. That has narrowed the gold to silver ratio to almost right at 100, 100.70. Crazy times. Let's see what happens. We're also watching the truth, Donald Trump's truth. Now, again, whether you're a fan of Donald Trump or not is immaterial, because he can make a major statement that could have a dramatic impact on the markets. And it sounds like the Asian markets are anticipating that very thing, because he said he was going to make this announcement before Monday, and they may know something. And this may be one of the reasons why gold is down. In fact, it's down almost $60 right now. It's crazy. Down almost $60. And so what does that mean? I don't know what this announcement could portend, but we'll keep an eye on it. Glad you guys are with me here tonight. Cyber Curtain Twitcher is here. Welcome, CCT. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed your getaway. 66 Sam is here. And there's the lovely Annie Oakley. It's been a long time since we've seen Annie Oakley. I've been wondering where you've been. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Good to see you. So glad you're here. Made my night. Yes, indeed. All right. So Stephen Sofruno says here, this was filmed in 2022. No wonder the prices are so cheap. Yes, indeed. What are the best gold bars to buy? Yes, indeed. And this video I posted, kind of independent of the price at the time. But yes, indeed, it's pretty amazing to see if you've not seen that video. And thank you, Stephen, for checking out the older video. Carrie Tiernan gave us some algorithmic love on the video about buying a bottle of Coke for $3,300 an ounce. Anthony says here, gold will climb, silver is too manipulated, and too much industry demand for that keeps it suppressed. Yes, a lot of people feel that way, and gold is climbing, but today it is pulled back dramatically, almost $60. In fact, now it's about 56, down $56. It's a very real thing. Platinum and palladium are up, and silver is down. We're watching this very, very closely. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I don't think this is about the negotiations with China, because Besant is in Switzerland right now making some headway, apparently, but there's no deal there. So this announcement is independent of that, for sure. What are the possibilities is here? Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Mojave Gold, Michael Hunt. I've got to be very careful with how I say his name, so I say Michael Hunt. And, Steve C. is reporting that Scott Besant says that a deal has been struck with China. That quick? Okay, I didn't know that. I knew there was some headway, but I didn't know that a deal has actually been struck. All right, very good. Now, you're watching this One Trump announcement. We're watching the Truth Social. He says, my next truth will be one of the most important and impactful I have ever issued. So the big announcement will come here, so that's why we have this account up. So we're going to keep an eye on this and see what happens here and see if that's posted during this broadcast. Think of it as a Trump Truth Social watch and the market watch at the same time. And I think, in a way, these numbers may be reacting to what some already know. I don't know. In Asia, who knows? Or maybe what they speculate. We'll see here. But I wonder, can you imagine if he announced I'm going to speculate that he may announce a gold-backed treasury. Although that would, I would think, cause gold to go up. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll see here. Let's see here. All right. All right. So we're going to keep an eye on that. In the meantime, we'll revisit these markets, but a wild night already as gold has dropped tremendously here. We're going to keep an eye on that, but let's get back to some other comments here. Stalden Results says here, Utah tolerated purchases with silver. Yes, and gold too. Yep, that's right. And Evom says here, the commodities traders who spoof every week take care not about the debt clock. That's true. Hence the derivatives, you're right. And Who's Your Daddy says here, why would I want to give up my gold and silver to the state? It sounds good, but doesn't at the same time. Yeah, but I understand. And the thing is you would never have to. Just like if you're saving cash, you don't have to give your dollars back. You hold on to them for sure. But the difference is that gold and silver will not lose value. Your dollars will. And of course, yes, indeed. All right. Very good. Welcome. We got a lot of good folks here tonight. Art Delgado is here. Master Blaster is with us. Lori Smith is here. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Not Wrecked Noob Trader says, this makes me bullish on dollar. Okay. Bullish on the dollar. Very good. Okay. And Donald Yanks says the Federal Reserve Bank is finished in the next couple of years. I would not call them out or write their obituary yet, or think they're going to go away. They're going to do whatever they can to self-preserve, and I think that is going to mean a reset of some sort. And they already got this Fed Now, which I have a Modicon for Fed Never. So they want control over a lot of everything. James LeQuay, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, good evening, my friend. Thanks for all the info you bring us. I want you to use this, buy yourself a 100,000 at spot, hit where it'll be thinking will. In all seriousness, thank you. Well, thank you so much, James. I appreciate that so much. Appreciate your kind words and for being here. And for that, means a lot. Thank you so much. Welcome, Lessa Anderson. Good to see you. Happy Mother's Day. Bill 457 is here. Johnny B is here. And thank you again, James LeQuay. Very kind of you indeed. As we go up here, we've got Zardoz with a comment for the algorithm. Much appreciated, sir. Hey, Ibg remembers our live stream. Sugar High Liquor. That's right. It's a catchy little number, is it not? Very good. All right. And we've got Willa 2365. We'll take a look at the markets and see what Trump's Truth Social says here with this big announcement. Willa says, freedom requires work and diligence. It was never easy because evil always seeks to enslave people. Fiat currency is one of the ways to slavery. That's right, yep. And sadly, I know we've got to use it for transactions, but we can help declare independence in part by holding gold and silver. Jason Ivey is here. All right, good to see you. Silver Shelby Stacker is with us. A lot of good folks here tonight. And thank you, Lori's been here with us since the start. Appreciate that. We always love to see JM Unleashed is here, the one and the only. He's awesome. Check him out. Again, he posted a great video about silver price manipulation. You should check that out. And we got the great B. Taylor is with us here tonight, too. And so looking here, we're going to keep an eye on this because a major announcement is coming. And he said it's going to happen on Truth. And, usually he posts, I guess, in person. I don't really pay attention to Donald Trump's Truth Social page. I don't even have an account with him. But this is a major, major announcement. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And he's been teasing it for a while now. Good to see Silver Drill Pickle. And the reason why we're doing that is not for political reasons. It's to see how it could impact the markets. And so far, it looks like something is happening here because gold has fallen fairly dramatically. In fact, it's gained about half of its losses so far tonight. It is now down only about $30 an ounce to $3,303.40. So who knows what's going on there? And silver's now down only 5 cents. It was 3 times lower than that earlier in the night, and down 16 cents earlier. So there it is. Crazy. All right. Hamilton Informant is here. Good to see you. As we press our way through this broadcast, appreciate you guys being here with me on this rare Sunday night market watch. We're watching these markets move because there's some big news potentially coming here from Trump, and that could have an effect on the markets if it's not already, even though it's not been announced yet. All right, let's see. All right, Clive Jonathan from Gloucester, United Kingdom. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. And RM1042 is here. Silver Lunatic is here as we watch these markets move in real time. It looks like gold is clawing back, coming back strong out of the big losses we saw right at the open. It was down $50 out in the open here. So it is crazy move we saw for gold down. Silver is down 6 cents right now. We're keeping an eye on this stuff. It's just nuts. All right. F37 Metal is here. Good to see you. All right. Thank you, my friend. He's listening with some earbuds. But MM126 is with us as well. As we go through some of these comments, we've got the Maria. I like the coins. I have a few, but that's between me and God. There you go. Yes, indeed. I like the way you think. That's exactly the way it should be. And here, this was actually a fairly not too controversial to some, who was thinking I was telling people never to buy from Costco again. Of course, that's not what I said at all in this video. There's a deal at Costco. Get it. By me, all means, get it. If they got the lowest price, you got to get it. All right. And so let's see. In addition to the 4% rebates for having executive membership and using the City Card, Costco doesn't add the 4% additional premium typically charged by most bullion dealers for using a credit card. That's right. And I have mentioned that in the video for sure. That's right. And let's see here. Missed it. All right. Well, we're here again, Shotgun Susie. We are here tonight. Yes, indeed. And there's 8-Inch Destroyer. Good to see you, 8-Inch Destroyer. Welcome. All right. Let's see here. Carrie Taryn says this here. In all U.S. history, has our government ever reversed or lowered the taxes or cost to the people? In the end, the average citizen will always get screwed. I just keep adding to my stack when I find a good deal. Well, the 2017 tax cuts were an actual cut, but there was some nuance in there because they didn't give tax breaks, or they didn't give for the states that were charging extra taxes. They didn't extend it the same way. But anyways, yes, the politicians have signed into law tax cuts in the past, but it usually gets swallowed up with inflation. So there is that. And even when there's no, quote, inflation, you still are paying taxes in a sense, because you and I can't print money, states can't print money, but the federal government does through the Federal Reserve, because they spend a whole lot. They spend a whole lot of our money. All right. And James made a killing last year buying Costco gold. That's awesome. Yeah, if you got all the right cards, you can have done it. But the reason why I made that video is because they tamped down on that. They said you can only do two. They said you can only do two bars, a day or whatever. I guess if you do it every single day or whatever. But if they're even there, they sell out pretty quickly. But yes, indeed. No worries. Hey, 8-Inch Destroyer, no worries, my friend. I understand life gets in the way, and I just appreciate the time you do give here, and it means a lot. And no problem, my friend. No need to apologize. I'm just glad you're here, and I hope all is well at home. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. Let's see here. Silver Shelby Stacker says, good morning. Hope everybody is having a great weekend. And yes, indeed, thanks for the thumbs up, and appreciate it, my friend. Silver Shelby, appreciate you so much. Let's do one more, then we'll take a look at the markets and see if there's been any shift in the announcements over there from Donald Trump. Here's the dope. A good example of the American Silver Eagle. It's minted in the USA and has a value of $1. Well, that's the price. That's the denomination. It's a USA coinage in the amount of $1. There's paper currency that also says $1. If the price of paper goes up, you don't pay capital gains on your paper dollar, which never happens, by the way. It's only worth $1. If the U.S. penny costs 3 cents to make, you don't pay capital gains or claim a loss. The Silver Eagle is legal U.S. money and worth $1 regardless of the price of silver. A generic silver round is worth whatever you paid, subject to capital gains if you sell them for profit. It's not legal tender. If the state makes gold and silver legal tender, then they remove it from capital gains tax. That's exactly right. Very, very true. All right. I'm with you on that, Gray Sovereign. I would much rather pay tariffs than an income tax. And of course, I know that's not going to happen anytime soon, but that is one of the reasons why I'm more open-minded to it. Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you, West. Appreciate you. Appreciate you watching. All right. Coins A to Z says, did I ever tell you how much I hate criminals who prey on the elderly and their children? Yes, it is despicable what happened there. It's crazy. All right. Very good. Gold Maple is here. And let's see here. So now we're watching these markets here. We're watching to see there's going to be a major announcement coming from Trump, and it could happen during the course of this broadcast. He says here 3 hours ago, this is 3 hours ago, he says, my next truth, this is his posting on Truth Social, will be one of the most important and impactful I have ever issued. Enjoy. Now, this is probably related to his big tease of a big and major announcement. And that major announcement, he said, was going to be very good news. So, could it be gold-backed treasury bonds? That I wonder if that could be something that he could announce. I'm speculating. I wonder if that's. I kind of, part of me kind of doubts it now that I think about it in my mind. But can you imagine? And we'll see here. So no matter what your views are on Trump, the reason why we're showing this is not to trigger if you feel differently, no matter what you feel about Donald Trump, it's because this could have a direct impact on the markets. And we're watching right now, gold has really been shaky tonight, but it is now down $55. So it's getting hit hard yet again here tonight. Crazy. Wow. Our Bitcoin reserve news, that could be the case. So yes, so we'll see what happens here. Silver is down a dime, and platinum and palladium are both up a couple of dollars. Yes, indeed. Good news means metals are down. That's right. And that's probably what it is. If anything good news typically would mean that. So yeah. Maybe it's China trade deal announced, although I don't think that's it because they were just negotiating yesterday. Although I think Steve C says that Besant has announced that there has been a deal announced or a deal met. So we'll see here. Welcome, Sound Money Guy. Good to see you. Yeah, what is Trump's news? Well, I can't really survey that because I'd have to pick out the choices. It'd be, how many choices? There's only a couple, so I don't know what that would be. But anyways, let's see here. Let's see what we've got here. Hold on a second here. I got to do something. I don't know what happened here. Let me get this back. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see what some of you are saying here. We've got some emoticons, algorithmic emoticons on these, which I appreciate that from Mike's Ogden and Matt Bittner. As we make our way up through here, author says here on the video from about Warren Buffett, he says, dollar is debt. Indeed it is. Debt is money of slaves and gold we trust. There you go. Exactly right. Exactly right. Very true on that. And that's, debt is the money of slaves. And silver is the money of gentlemen, right? That's what they say. Welcome to Philibus. Good to see you. Slurping on some coffee here. Welcome. Glad to see you guys being with us. Good crowd with us tonight. I appreciate you guys. A couple of things happening here tonight if you're just joining us. But first, let me see here. About the hiker. No, I didn't see the clip. I'll have to check that out. I did get an email, but I think I didn't see it. Didn't see any attachment with it. How long ago did you send that? Was it an attachment? I'll have to look through there and see what it is about. Thank you. All right. So if you're just joining us, there could be a major announcement coming any moment now from Donald Trump. Here we go. Here is the announcement. We've got it right here, folks. Let's read it together. For many years, the world has wondered why prescription drugs and pharmaceuticals in the United States of America were so much higher in price than they were in any other nation, sometimes being 5 to 10 times more expensive than the same drug manufactured in the exact same laboratory or plant. This had just posted 29 seconds ago by the same company. This is the big announcement, folks. It was always difficult to explain and very embarrassing because, in fact, there was no correct or rightful answer. The pharmaceutical drug companies would say for years that it was research and development cost, and that all of these costs were and would be for no reason whatsoever borne by the suckers of America alone. And campaign contributions can do wonders, but not with me and not with the Republican Party. We are going to do the right thing, something that the Democrats have fought for many years. Therefore, I am pleased to announce that tomorrow morning in the White House at 9 o'clock a.m., I will be signing one of the most consequential executive orders in our country's history. Prescription drug and pharmaceutical prices will be reduced almost immediately by 30 to 80%. They will rise throughout the world in order to equalize and, for the first time in many years, bring fairness to America. I will be instituting a most favored nations policy whereby the United States will pay the same price as a nation that pays the lowest price anywhere in the world. Our country will finally be treated fairly, and our citizens' healthcare costs will be reduced by numbers never even thought of before. Additionally, on top of everything else, the United States will save trillions of dollars. Thank you again for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. I have mixed feelings on this Truth Post. This is big news. However, I do believe in the free market, and I do believe that companies should be able to charge what they want. And of course, if there's competition out there, then let the free market and competition take root in that regard. But nonetheless, I do understand that there is some of this, and maybe the competition between the pharmaceuticals from overseas and here, you allow the free trade, I guess, essentially, so you can get drugs from overseas, as long as they meet the standards that we have here through the FDA. But nonetheless, very interesting. I don't know what to think of this post. On the surface, it sounds very good, and we'll see how are the markets reacting to it. Gold is down about $54, so it wasn't what I thought it would be. Very interesting. So don't know what to think of it, but anyways, there it is. There's a big announcement, kind of out of left field in my view, but again, on the surface, it sounds good. We'll see. I think that people say what you will about Trump, but he's probably been thinking about this for a while and has done a lot of research on it and has probably talked to a lot of these big companies to try to find ways and incentives for them to lower cost. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But I don't want to get into the big huge debate about medical costs and things like that. But in the end, obviously it's good for people if you can lower their costs. That's great. But we'll see. But anyways, and if you ever noticed all of the pharmaceutical ads on TV, I mean it's insane. They're everywhere. Anyways, all right. Let's see here. So, anyways, all right. So we'll see how this plays out. But anyways, so that's the big announcement, and the markets appear to be reacting even before the announcement was made. That we started reading this when it came out. It was only 29 seconds old when we started reading it, and there it is. That's the big announcement. So, and we're watching this. I thought it would, I don't know, but apparently it's going to have a pretty big impact. So we'll see here. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Watching these markets now, but there it is. Well, we took it live, didn't we? We did it live. We just did it live. We said, screw it. We're going to take it live, and we did it. All right. Mike, with more hearts on this one. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that on my video about the trend, alarming trend there in precious metals. Welcome, Emperor Wang. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. Four Wheels from Rob. Unfortunately, not enough people are aware of the fraud. Governments are hoping for a digital reset to wipe the state clean. Yes. Well, the Gasera and Nasera stuff has been talked about for a while. 8-inch destroyer. If I was a movie star, I would have ended Diddy's freak-offs. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes. I guarantee you probably would have. You would have let the cat out of the bag for sure. I can only imagine. It's crazy that people didn't speak up about it before. All right. Yeah, and this is also breaking news. Just across the wires. I have not said sugar high liquor in about 10 minutes. It's been 10 whole minutes since I've said sugar high liquor. And I don't have my guitar here to be able to play it either. I apologize for that as well, too. All right. Good to see Shadow Work. Rocky Mountain Bear is here. Good to see you. And let's see here. We've got this from Carrie Tarrant. Says, if they wanted to cut spending as much as they say, we would have seen it by now. I agree with that in part. However, there is other monies that have been appropriated that they've got to. There's so much money that's been appropriated. There's still money that has not been spent that was issued during the pandemic. So let that sink in. It's crazy. All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Billy Dog is here with us tonight. All right. And mostly Sly Fox. I mean, the face value of U.S. minted coins should be their value for goods. If you need a calculator to determine the value of your currency, it's not a currency, it's a commodity. Yes. Yes, indeed. That's right. True that. Michael says, I believe jail time 1,000% applies in this case. Exactly right. I agree. It's despicable what happened there. And let's see, we've got my kitten is a grandmaster. If he had one of the Cokes that said Sal on it, I would have been shocked. I would have been shocked. Yes, indeed. Coke with the Sal. Very good. Red Crawler is here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Aaron Ritchie is here. And Hookfish says here, the M2 money supply is global. Well, you're right. A lot of the money that's been printed ends up going overseas as well, too. America is always increasing its money supply because every time a credit card or debt is issued, that creates more money. Also, Trump is forcing other countries to print by issuing tariffs against them. Well, I disagree with that in part. Money that is created is done through interest rates, and that is where the money is created when people open up credit cards. It's not issued by the Federal Reserve. And that's a difference there. Trump is forcing other countries to print by issuing tariffs against them. It's forcing them to print to keep their economies up if they refuse to make deals. That's why China and these other countries have no choice to make a deal. All right. Yes, devaluing their currencies. Very interesting. Thank you for that, Hookfish. For sure. There you go. Thank you, sir. As we move our way up here, Bill 457, Sugar High Liquor could not remember that today. Do a survey on how many people remembered that. Yes, yeah. Sorry I was late getting in here, but some of you remembered. All right. All right. Thank you. Nick Sturgeon is watching this from UK Stackers Global. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Welcome, UK Stackers Global. I don't know how you found out about this, I guess, or how they found out about this, but thank you. Welcome. All of you coming in from the United Kingdom, Stackers Global, very, very cool. If you're just joining us here, we'll say hello to Tape Savas. We were awaiting a major announcement by Donald Trump. That announcement came. It was about pharmaceutical drug cost, which is a big deal. Although it just threw me off. I was thinking of something related to the monetary system or to some other major thing. But nonetheless, there it is. And he's made it. And the markets, I think, were reacting. And I think, in a sense, now they still are. Potentially, it could have pretty big economic ramifications. He's thinking positive around. We'll see. But gold now is down $50, which is where it was at the open here, to $3,283 an ounce. Silver is down 13 cents now. Of course, this happened after I make a purchase when they were higher. Coins A to Z is here. Welcome, Coins A to Z. Good to see Cheetah Kid. Good to see all of you guys. Appreciate you being with us here tonight. There's almost 500 of you here, and if you were to all press the like button, we'd have 500 thumbs up. You know what I mean? It's crazy. All right. That's strange how that works. It's yes, indeed. Math, it's one of those weird things. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this comment from HYE Power. He says, I used to wear one of those coins around my neck. I tricked my ex-wife. She freaked and said, how much did you pay for that? I said, don't worry about it, baby. It took only $50 and showed her where it said $50 on it. She believed it. It tears me up. I gave her a tiny amount of gold, and now it's worth almost $5K. I wonder what she did with it. A bunch of small 1-2 gram bars. Got for spot and secondary with some 10th ounce rabbit coins. For every bunny she saved, I got her a rabbit coin. Freaking woman was pulling out bunnies 7 at a time. Wow. Crazy, crazy. All right, let's see here. Kicks a field goal. Freaking kick him in the rocks. Yes, indeed. That's right. Exactly. All right. Why do people steer clear of the half-ounce gold? Good question. It seems to be the least popular selling. And my guess is they're thinking, well, if it's still right now it's about $1,500, $1,600, and it's crazy. And so they think, well, that's for as little gold as you're going to get. You're going to pay 1,500. I think it's a psychological thing. It's above that, but it's really has been the case even for quite some time. And a half ounce gold size is a great size. I cashed out some little bit of Bitcoin profit I had and bought 2 half ounce eagles. I like the half ounce size too. All right. We've got Bill Arrington says it was supposed to be some kind of trade deal worked out with China today. We'll see what that does to the markets tonight. Well, if and that very well could be what happened, because I think Steve C had mentioned that there was a trade deal that was reached according to Scott Bessent, but we'll see. I don't know. I can't substantiate that, but if he says that's right, then we'll see what happens here. If somebody can find out. I don't want to get too in the weeds on that, but if somebody knows or can but I think Steve C, if he's still here, that's fascinating. That would be a game changer, and that would make sense why gold would fall down. All right. Okay. Yeah, YouTube. If some of my comments go into what's called a held folder, and I have to approve them. I usually approve most every one of those, even with the critical comments. But sometimes they don't show up. Other times they do. It's crazy. All right, let's see here. John Kurt says here, it's taken a long time for the public to grasp the concept of central bank fiat printing, inflation, and fractional banking, but it's finally happening along with understanding income tax being extortion. All hail tariffs, the best consumption tax ever if used correctly. For not too long, PM have been shunned, suppressed for the purpose of promoting these out-of-control death spiral, economic killing, control mongering, financial voodoo tools. About time, right? Quantitative amounts of physical PMs are also the best value markers for currency, no matter the trading form, digital paper, stablecoin, or metal. In the story, for me, crypto only backed by scarcity blockchain cannot check this box. Many have been seeing hacking issues on the horizon. All right, very good. Yep, and you're right about the central bank, and that if we could replace, I guarantee you, most of us would rather see tariffs than income tax. Money taken out of our checks. You're exactly right. There's Mike Logsden. Welcome. Thank you, Mike, for popping in tonight. McJ is here. A lot of good folks with us tonight. All right. Okay, James says he saw a quick presser with Bessent just before jumping on. There is a deal, but there's been no specifics announced. Okay. All right, very good. And I think just the fact that there was a deal is really good news, and I think that's probably why the prices are down. It's probably not even so much Trump's Truth Social post here, but most notably he will make an announcement about the deal probably soon. So we may watch the Truth Social just to see if he's made anything about that. For those of you just joining us, Trump made a post, big news, one of the biggest ones, most impactful, about lowering pharmaceutical costs, working out a deal, and multiple. I read it. You might want to rewind it or check out Trump's Truth Social. I'm not going to read it again, but we're going to check here and see if there's been anything else new about the China deal. But you can check that out about prescription drugs and pharmaceuticals in the United States. So there's that. William Blair says here, hello, John. Good to see you. More flack here. Bought houses for 110 to 130K in 2015. Gold needs to be around $4,500 to match that. The price increase of cars. Gold needs to go a lot higher. Yes, if in comparison to those things, you're right. Real estate has been on fire. It's crazy. All right, very good. Evil Cowboy is here. Good to see you. Let's see here. Okay. Refresh Truth Social again. Okay, let's see. Anything new? All right, here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Here's the latest truth. I'm happy to announce that Eden Alexander, an American citizen who has been held hostage since October 2023, is coming home to his family. Grateful to all those involved in making this monumental news happen. This was a step taken in good faith towards the United States and efforts of the mediators, Qatar and Egypt, to put an end to this very brutal war and return all living hostages and remains of their loved ones. Hopefully this is the first and many final steps to end this brutal conflict. Look forward to that celebration. All right, thank you. So that's the latest. We're awaiting to maybe some news about the a potential deal with China on this. But Master Blaster, thank you so much. Master Blaster for popping in for the super chat there. $2 super chat from Master Blaster. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. We're watching several different developments here. Let's answer one more. This is the video about Costco. I bought tubes of Silver Eagles from Costco with no sales tax when Walmart always tax in Ohio even more due. Yeah. And yeah, I've heard about that. And that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that occurred. Well, Sel Mortimer Sel, thank you so much. Sel Mortimer Sel with a $9.99 super chat says, greetings to all mothers from behind the communist curtain in Eugene, Oregon. Turn that Truth Social on. Turn that Truth Social back on. Happy Mother's Day. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Turbo Stacking is here. Welcome. Platinum is 1,000. That means all metals will be dropping again. Very well could be. Welcome. Big Daddy Hoffman is here. Ricky is here. A lot of good folks with us tonight. We're watching the markets. We're watching a lot of activity. Gold almost dropped $60 earlier in the night. It is now down just about $51, $50.90 right now. It's been a crazy night, and I think this is probably anticipating a deal struck with China. I think this is what this is about now, after we got word that a deal has been announced, but the details have not been released on what that deal is. The devil is in the details, you know what I mean? All right. So are the specifics. Not only is the devil in the details, so are the specifics. They're in the details even more. All right. Let's see here. All right, Gators. Golden Coin says Gator Gold is here. He's the one and the only. There's only one like him, except for his twin brother. He's just like a clone, you know what I mean? And I hear they were born on the same day. Although twins may not necessarily have to be born the same day to be identical twins. For instance, let's say Gator was born at 11:58 on the 17th, and his twin brother was born at 12:02 on the 18th. That is possible. Could that be what happened with Gator and his twin? Does Gator really have a twin? No one will really ever know unless Gator reveals and spills the truth right here that he does not have a twin brother. But I'm going to go with the conspiracy. I think he has a twin brother. I'm going to go with that. No matter what he says, I'm just going to go with that. All right, 8-inch Destroyer's lady is finished in June. She meets my Italian side at a family party. Oh, my goodness. He's got to film it and send it to me. I love it. I love it. All right, let's take a good look at the markets here. And since I've been gabbing, gold is down $2, down from where it was before, down almost $51, $52.30 down. That's over a 1.5% drop to $3,281. All right. And silver is down 7 cents. Platinum is down $1. Yes, indeed. All right. Crazy, crazy. Oh, my goodness gracious. Now, oh, man, Gator is going to be talking about his twin brother. I know he's going to be talking about it in his next video, about his identical twin brother. They even part the hair the same way. It's not even the opposite side, like, you know, like those G.I. Joe action figures, the twins, you know, the action figures that were twins. Destro or whatever they were. There were two of them that were twins, but you know, so we're going to hear all about his twin brother. I know it. I just know it. I can feel it in my bones. Let's see here what Wade Gilgrath says here. We could see 40 and 36 would be a low. I think silver tried to gold and gold going up. All right. Yes. I remain optimistic about silver. Beginning to 36, but we'll see. But Ray thinks it's going to be a lot higher than that. All right, very good. Sign up is here. Good to see you guys. All right, we've got Mike with more hearts. Thank you. 3 this time. We got 2 on the last one. We got 3 here. Anonymous Anthony. Oh, no, this is Anthony. Anthony Square. He must have a twin, too. I told you, it's twin syndrome here. This guy's got a twin. His brother's name is Anthony, too. There's no other way to interpret that. He's one of 2. There's 2 Anthonys, and they're twins. Your words remind me of my old days when I used to work 9 to 5, now 93K fortnightly. Retired my parents and in good health. All right. Very good. Nicely done. Although I can't help but wonder if that's a spam comment, but we're going to let it go because then I have all the likes on it, which means that there's no specifics here, so we don't know. All right. Very good. A lot of good folks with us tonight. Let's see here. We've got Maxim 3522. I was at a baseball game the other day, and I tried to buy a soda at a stand in the concourse, and they wouldn't even take cash. It was card only. Yeah, we're seeing that more and more. Some places will not take cash, which is, I think, abominable. Abominable. Not abdominable. That means it's going in your stomach. Yo, I think, hello, Mars. Yo, 1911. Yo, yo, yo. Richard Metcalf. If you don't know about buying from Costco, or I just don't know about buying from Costco, but I know counterfeits made their way into Walmart's supply chain. I'll stay with my LCS and well-established online dealers. Yes, I'm sure that Costco doesn't sell fakes, but yes, I understand that. Let's see here. Silver Lover says, buy the gold and silver from Costco, then buy Costco stock. All right, there we go. Sugar High Liquor, you remembered it. That was our song. If you missed the song on Friday night, you're not going to want to miss that. Yes, indeed, we did. Sugar High Liquor. Curb Creeper is here. Welcome. Let's see here. And let's see. Let's get over here to Stevens Franjo says, Metal or Swiss, and always have a 35 ounce and an 8 kilogram silver because it's so cheap compared to gold. It is definitely compared to gold. Speaking of cheap, what's happening? Gold is getting cheaper. It is now down 53 whole dollars right now. That's a pretty big drop. I think this is likely because of the potential announcement that came from Scott Besson announced that there was a deal made, but we don't know what the details are. Whoa, Sabinator just signed up as a honorary citizen. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Oh, no, he's just telling us he was okay, he's telling us that he's been a member for. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And, yeah, Costco only has 2 brands. That's right. And of bars. And let's see here. Silver's down 8 cents. Gold down $53. And we've got Larry Potter, $3,300 for a 16-ounce pop. I knew inflation was bad, but this is nuts. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy for sure. And it is. User says China and the USA just got a trade deal. I think we could see the money from those hiding in paper metal now going back into the market. Very well could be. Very well could be. In fact, I'm surprised Trump hasn't announced that on Truth Social. Maybe he will. We'll keep an eye on that and see if that's the case. And let's see here. We've got this from Jack Swanson. Sal, Mark Carnage Carney pledges infrastructure funding because he has invested interest in green energy projects. Now he can make policy that affects funding to those entities. Corruption right in our face, yes. Very well could be the case. Could be what's happening there. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Bill 457 very well could have done that to get the lobbyists upset. I would not be surprised. That could be a big motivating factor on that bill. You very well could be right on that. We're watching for, there may be other bigger announcements, but we don't have them yet. But we're watching pretty closely. Dean R says, slow and steady, make a plan and stick with it. Exactly right. I like the way you think, Dean R. Slow and steady wins a race. All right. Grant W., my twin and I are Chimeras. All right. Isn't there a band called Chimera? Or Chimera? If I'm pronouncing that right. Ray Gilgrass says, we could see 40 and 36 would be a low. I think silver tried to gold and gold going up. All right. Silver tied to gold and gold is going up. And right now, it's amazing to see gold drop dramatically and silver not drop nearly as much. It's crazy. In fact, let's look at the gold to silver ratio, see if it falls below 100. No, still just above 100. Will we see it fall below 100 tonight? It is quite possible. We'll see here. I've never seen Peaky Blinders. Should I watch Peaky Blinders? Is it good? All right. Gator's twin may be AI generated. I think we freaked Gator out. I think he left. It could be Laurie Smith. I'm just messing around, having a little bit of fun. Gojira. Yes, Gojira, good band. They played at the Olympics. Yes, indeed. Cobra Kai never dies. That's right. All right. We're watching these markets. Crazy what's happening here. We've got Alf Gold says, did it also protect you from COVID and other diseases? Silver being antibacterial and antiviral and antibacterial. Well, could have helped. Very well could have helped. Peaky Blinders is okay. All right, thank you, Stacker Factor. Check it out. Mick J says yes. THS says yes. And Kurt says, yeah, watch it. Lulu Lucky's got a sugar high liquor in her brain. There you go. We love it. Sugar high liquor. It's woke. Okay. Oh, man. Scott Bessent worked for George Soros. It did not end well for the UK. Yes, that's right. He did. That's right. And let's see here. All right, let's see here. Don't be fooled on this video about the 1045 silver, the debt clock video. Added another one. It's been a while since I did a debt clock video. Don't be fooled. The spending cuts are just window dressing for entertainment. The debt-based monetary system doesn't allow for cutting because they have to keep borrowing to service the debt. They're literally printing to pay the interest now. It's a fiat death spiral. The markets will melt up. Interesting, Valerie. Very well could happen. Oh, hey, Gator's still with us. All right. Thank you so much. How many stackers are male versus female that are here? Well, I would do a poll, but likely that some people may skew it on purpose. But we can count the chicks that are here. There's some good ladies here with us. We got Lessa Anderson. That's 1. We had Annie Oakley earlier. That's 2. We've got Valerie. That's 3. Lulu Lucky. Did I count Lulu Lucky? That's 4. And let's see here. And but yeah. So that's 4. It usually is around. It's usually between 95 and 97% male. Mostly here. I've got to do better to try to get the ladies to join us here. You know what I mean? I know that if I showed a picture or I showed my biceps, it wouldn't help me, or my chest. It's not going to help my cause here. So, but we love the ladies. We appreciate all the ladies being with us tonight. You guys are awesome. All right, let's get to one more comment, and we'll take a look at the markets again. You got Richard Metcalf saying this. It's funny. Oh, Laurie Smith. Laurie Smith is here too. That's right. So that's 5. That's 5. Laurie Smith. Did I not mention Laurie Smith? Yes, we used to call them Sal's Gals. We tried to get it coordinated for a calendar, but it didn't happen. That's right, exactly. Coins A to Z. Richard, it's funny that anytime I make a purchase on an expensive item, I look at the consumer report to find the best quality for the price. Why in the world wouldn't one do a little research before buying precious metals? Exactly right. They're preying the ignorance. And by the way, speaking of which, some people misinterpreted, not very many, but some misinterpreted my Costco video, saying to ditch Costco, never buy from them, and only buy from Summit Metals. Of course, that's not what I said at all. If you can find a really good price and get a good deal at Costco, go for it. And no skin off my back if you do it. But I mentioned Summit Metals because they do have really good deals, especially for fractional gold and competitive prices. And so just give them a look and see if they're right for you with the lowest price. They may not always be, but they also have good customer service as well. So keep that in mind too. But all right, very good. We need Sal's Gals on a 2-ounce round. There you go. I like that. All right, very good. We were sure just there you go. My hands. I know I got hairy hands. I actually did shave the hair on my arms recently, in my hands too, because I'm just too hairy. It sucks. I'm gonna shave the hair. That's right. All right, let's see here. Sovereign Cajun says here on this video about the buying a Coke with a $3,300 gold coin. When I was young, my dad had an old Coke machine. He was into collecting antique Coca-Cola stuff, milk bottles, old cookie jars, stuff like that. It used to be 10 cents for a Coke in a glass bottle or a silver Roosevelt or Mercury dime. Ironically, that's roughly what a bottle of Coca-Cola costs today. Good point. You're exactly right. True that. All right. Ronnie Black. Hey, Sal. A happy Silver Stacking Sunday, fun day, and happy Mother's Day. Yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. Tom Miller is here. DL Stacker is here. Good to see all of you guys. The same happened to mine. All right, so you've got one too. I posted a short about a coin that I carried in my pocket for 25 years. Yes, indeed. All right. Sign-up has hair that grows at the tip of his nose. You should let it grow out and have a little nose goatee. That would be pretty cool. Can you imagine that? All right. I make a great pirate. Ahoy there, me matey. I just need a parrot. And I need a parrot that will copy my every move. Heaven's Halo says here, I'll be 66 in a couple of months. Well, happy early birthday. I don't really have a lot of time. I'm not sure anyone can predict what silver's doing. We do. Who do we believe? 36, 100, 1,000, 3,000 and beyond? What the heck? I'll be dead before I can even think of retiring. Well, Heaven's Halo, do not solely rely on silver for your retirement. That's a fool's errand. I hate to say it, but precious metals should not be your retirement. They can be a part of your retirement, but do not rely on just one given asset. It's good to be diversified. But yes, indeed. All right, very good. Let's take a look at the markets again, shall we? All right, look at this. Gold staying down there, right around the $50 range. It is now down $49.10, while silver is down just 9 cents. So there it is. Both metals, I think, reacting to the meeting that Scott Bessent had with Chinese trade officials in Switzerland. And apparently he has had a presser with some announcement that a deal has been made. Yea, though we don't know the details as such. Nonetheless, that is potentially some good news. Potentially, we don't know. But on the surface, it sounds good. We'll see how it plays out. And so we'll see there. All right. In fact, we may look here and see if Donald Trump has posted anything about that before these other posting here. Okay, here's a trade policy one here. But it doesn't say anything about China. So I don't want to scroll through all of these things. But anyways, all right. Okay, let's see here. And let's see here. Okay, we've got here, Master Blaster says, is China going to take steps to stop the iPhones from being built in India? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a big deal, right? That's a very big deal. We'll see what happens there. And that could be the part of the thing for the negotiations. You know, the thing is Trump is usually a couple steps ahead with negotiating. He starts with really crazy stuff, ridiculous, and then comes back down to reality, knowing. But he's going to be willing to do certain deals if that takes place, and that could have been one of the reasons, the impetus for the deal. Very good. All right. One shiny top. So I wonder if and when the SEC fines companies like this, SEC, do the fines go to reimburse the people who've been defrauded? I hope so. It should. It just goes to the SEC's coffers without any reimbursement to the victims, and the SEC is as criminal as well. You're right, one shiny tops. You're exactly right. All right. Oh, dang. Now I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous now, folks, because THS got a hug from Lessa Anderson, and I didn't. When is Uncle Sal going to get a hug? Dang, man. Oh, man. Shoot. Hello, Al, my boss. Good to see you. Good to see Alex J.A. A lot of good folks with us as we peruse our way through. Tall Cedars 2310 says there are lots more 1-ounce coins than there are fractional PMs. I can't see a store having enough change in gold and silver for 2 to 4 gold coins of payment for a Coke. It's an absurd bill. That means you have a choice to receive cash or Bitcoin back, and I want neither. I smell a scheme for Bitcoin that involves government and a bank collusion. Well, if you look into this, and I discussed that very thing in the video, and by the way, oh, thank you, Lessa. I got a hug. Yay. But as I mentioned in the video, Tulsa, and showed you examples, there's a lot of fractional gold options out there. And by the way, if this bill does become law, they will mint more fractional gold coins. Make no mistake, it will happen. All right. Sounds worse than shaving my legs. Yes, indeed. That was no fun. But hey, it's crazy. I have no problem with little hair on a lady's legs. No problem. All right, let's see here. All right. Mutant Rife says, I just want a gold at the state fair for a pear cider at $3,300 an ounce. It's a 12-ounce bottle worth $40K. Wow. Way to go, Mutant Ripe. That's awesome. Premiums be damned. I'm in it for the long haul. There you go, RM. Yep. Premiums matter much less the longer you hold, for sure. However, it is good to find the best deal possible, no matter where you can, for sure. Jonathan Britton. Yes, the Trump made the huge announcement. If you're just joining us here, let me get you up to date. We covered it live. Donald Trump made an announcement on Truth Social about lowering prescription and pharmaceutical drug costs in the United States. It's a pretty big deal, and but nonetheless, it was not what I was expecting. Sure, not really how to take it, but anyways, all right. So we'll see. Very good. We got another greetings from Tate Pasaves. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And Gavin Pruden says, eventually the supply and demand will tell, but it may be a while. Yes, very well could be. A lot of these things, we're in uncharted territory in a lot of different ways. I think that's part of the reason why gold has been up for so much. 40 in October is my prediction. Okay, could it happen? All right, very good. Robert Harrison, can't believe Sal used the Meat Man Pepe Pope on a Rope song. Party on, Sal. There you go. Pope on a Rope. There we go. All right. And we've got Rich says here about the Costco video the following. Lots of people buy and sell on momentum. They don't seem to realize they wind up buying high and selling low. So we see a lot of FOMO when something looks to be the next big thing. Prices are set by supply and demand. So these people, new demand causes prices to go up even more. They create bubbles all the time. Which we can have the never-ending vigilance. People not into coins of precious metals don't know how much online gold sellers are good, so they go with places like Costco. Looking at how many people are buying from overpriced sites like the ones that advertise on cable news, that's not necessarily a terrible choice, just a bit suboptimal. Yep, you make a very good point, Rich. You're right. Like I said, and I never said people should not ever buy from Costco again. In fact, I would, and I did. I posted a video of me buying a silver bar from there, a silver bar that I bought from that. But nonetheless, especially you're right, compared to those other places that sell on TV and cable news and even the radio. So, very good point. Thank you, Rich. Exactly right. Dove season is here. Welcome. Little membership logo next to my name is a poodle. Poodle, interesting, huh? I don't know. I don't see a poodle there, but I don't know. Maybe I just gotta. Maybe since I created the emoticon, I'm only looking at it in one way. But I don't know. Interesting. Thank you. By the way, Stacker Factor, you guys should check out his channel. Great guy, and he educated me, and I appreciate him educating me about the big bullion banks, are the major holders of futures trading in precious metals and silver, especially. So thank you for that. I did not know that. So thank you for educating me on that. Welcome. All right, Bones. Yes, the Sugar High Liquor Party. It's going to go on. I don't have my guitar. I'd play the tune. But yes, indeed. It's a hit sensation. All right. Felt across the Salivation Nation. All right. Emerald Coast Stacker is here. We love Dove Season 91. Good to see you, brother. You are the man. Hope you're doing okay. Not just okay, but all right. Not just all right, but great. And thank you, JM Unleashed, for posting a link to Stacker Factor's channel. Appreciate that. And Cyber Curtain Twitcher is here. We love CCT. I like to call him, everybody calls him CCT. I like to call him Cyber Curtain Twitcher for short. Hagar Northman with a thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate that on this video that I posted this afternoon. And Resin says, and the most conductive. Yes, indeed. It is indeed the most conductive of all the metals out there. And let's see here. We've got this. Beg for my mercy. Okay. Can I just ask nicely? Do I have to beg for your mercy? Can I just ask nicely for it? He says, Costco has many benefits, but even the gold I bought there a month ago was actually cheaper than SD Bullion. And it's still gained $300 since I bought it. Not only that, but you also get $60, $80 back for those purchases on top of the deal. So people forget Costco has 2 to 5% money back from the Citibank card and the business card. Yes, if you have all of those things, it's definitely a good thing to do. I don't. But you also have to subtract, in part, your membership fee. But But I know there's a lot of benefits there to it for sure. But yes, I don't fault people for doing it, but I just thought my main point of this video was saying that given the restrictions they did, people can't make as much money because a lot of people were making money selling back to dealers and the like for it. But yeah, but remember, dealers are paying back a spot now too. So keep that in mind as well. But thank you so much. Gregory Anderson says, supply chain is solid. All newer are never secondary or reissued. You have credit card and executive membership kickbacks, so you save 2% on credit card, 2% at the end of the year. Gold is gold, stack as cheap as you can. Yep, you're right. And Rob says here, when I saw this vid, I got excited and thought you were going to reveal that it's with something more than just $1. April Fool's in May. All right, well, but yes, it's actually, there's less. You see less with this video being that it wore down. All right, and Bill457, something is telling me not to buy gold until it goes down. What do you think? Well, Bill, you made this comment before the big drop. So, Bill, your instincts played out very well. It's now, Bill, are you still here, Bill457? Your instincts were exactly right. It is down. It was down just $57 just a moment ago. Now it's down $56.30. So boom shalaka. You're right. Very good. Silver's down 15 cents. And the gold to silver ratio is still above 100. But let's take a look at that and see what it is doing right now as we wait through. Okay, double left. Thank you for being here, FF. Thank you so much. And let's see, the gold to silver ratio is at 100.41, so it's a pretty stubborn stand there. We're going to keep an eye on it, but wow, what a move. Gotta move till it's crazy. Yeah. Mario, welcome, Mario. Good to see you. Great crowd here tonight as we watch these markets. The big news, there's two big pieces of news here. Thank you for posting Bill457's channel link here. The silver mining stock's still sky high. I haven't been checking them out, but it's amazing to see. I've heard they were going up, but yeah, there may be some potential there too with some of these mining stock companies. Do your research before buying them, but hey, very good stuff. All right, have a good night. Been a long day traveling, but he's back. CCT, glad you're back safe and sound. Hope you had fun, and have a good evening, my friend. All right, 66 Sam says, started drinking the zero sugar sodas about a year ago. Good stuff. Not worth a gold coin. That's what I prefer now. Yeah, somebody was saying that there's a lot of chemicals in these. So that's something to consider too. I actually very rarely drink. I only have a few of them in there. But I very rarely drink sodas. But I just happen to have those. All right. Good night. Early day tomorrow. Thank you, Silver Joe Pickle. Thanks for popping in tonight. Mojave Gold is with us as we peruse our way through here. We've got Anthony P. And he says this here. What's up, dude? We should start stacking soda pop because they're going to be $3,300 soon. There you go. Inflation is nuts. Exactly right. One gold coin. Pick it up. All right. Let's see here. All right. Silver is shining, said John Kurtz. That's right. Water and beer bourbon, says Steve C. That's right. All sodas are bad. Just get sparkling water, orange, and maybe a touch of sugar and salt. Yep. Exactly. Yep, I mostly drink water. In fact, I've got water here. But, Coins A to Z, first, thank you so much. Checking it out, my friend. A day ago after this thing ended. And gold is money on this post here from this morning about the debt clock. I never get notifications of your videos anymore, Sal. I think the banks have rigged the algorithm as well as the price of metals, yes. I tell you what, I think there's something that is somewhat suppressing the channel. I don't really know what it is or what's happening, but it's crazy. But thank you for coming back. And if you ever feel like you're not seeing my videos, you know there's something wrong because I post religiously every single day, twice a day. So there it is. All right, there you go. Very good. Let's see here. Joseph says here, that coin is on my list to buy next. All right. Nice. And they got them on sale at JM Bullion. Again, there's a whole bunch of these coins out there. It's crazy. All right. Hello from Tapey Saves. Hello to you. Richard says, Sal, I rarely get the notification, but I know where to find you. That's awesome, my friend. You can run, but you can't hide from me. That's right. Thank you, Richard. I'm glad of that for sure. Oh, yeah. Emerald Coast Stacker, it's going to take me probably at this, I'm slow, the growth is slow. I'd be lucky if I get them by the end of the year. And it's frustrating because to see other channels, I mean, that had less subscribers than I had about 2 weeks ago, and they're already over 100,000. I'm scratching my head. It's like, dang, they had less subscribers. Well, or yeah, less subscribers than me 2 weeks ago, and boom, they're over 100,000 now. It's crazy. MR Investor Channel, welcome. Good to see you. Let's do one more comment here before we look at the markets, and then we'll get back again. Flowing through here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. A lot of big things happening. Big news day here. And it's affecting the markets in two different ways, potentially here. We're going to get to that in a moment. But first, let's get to F37 Metals comment. It says, great video. I received my 90% U.S. silver Roosevelt dimes today. I've got a good amount of dry powders saved up as well. Going to wait and see how next week brings. Will it be dimes and quarters? Or will silver drop below $30? And I will be hitting my LCS for more 1 ounce 999 generic silver rounds. Time will tell. There you go. Awesome, my friend. Very cool. Yeah. Yes, I know some people do it. I don't think these guys did that, but I've heard of that too. Mrs. Coin Crew. Good to see Mrs. Coin Crew is here. So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah. I always love it when Mrs. Coin Crew stops by. And Coin Crew, too, her husband. Yes, indeed. All right, they're related by marriage. Why? Because they are, wait for it, married. That's right. They have engaged in holy matrimony, and now they own a coin shop together. Yes, indeed. All right, we love Coin Crew, Mrs. Coin Crew. Check out Coin Crew's channel and check out Mrs. Coin Crew's channel. The happiest squirrel chaser you'll ever find. Nay, I thought 2K in video reviews, but I saw history that you have made as many as 55K reviews. Video reviews. I thought 2K, I'm not sure what that means. In history that you have had as many as 55K reviews. I don't know where you to go to find a review a channel, but I love to know where people are reviewing the channel, where you see that many reviews. I've not seen a place that does reviews on channels. I guess best reviews I get are feedback in comment section. I get some hate too. I mean, it's all good, but anyways. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Oh, thank you, John Knox. Appreciate that. There's Coin Crew's channel from JM Unleashed. Very cool. And Brad Wheeler, let's do this comment, then we'll look at the markets again. I'm sorry. I think I said I was going to do it after the last one. The way the elderly are targeted with overpriced precious metals is disgraceful. I believe stacking should be a sacred thing between a dealer and buyer. Yet this continues to happen. Hopefully with a case like this will come to light and people will be more careful with the companies they buy from. Thank you again for such information in the video. But thank you. Yes, appreciate that. And you are right. We got to be on top of our game and know what we're getting into, no matter where, for sure. All right. Let's see here. And let's take a look at the prices now for gold and silver. Silver is really hanging. I mean, silver is down a dime. And gold is staying pretty steadily down, $50.40. There's two reasons why this is happening. At a lesser note is the announcement that Donald Trump gave earlier this evening. We covered it live as soon as it was posted on Truth Social. He announced a big pharmaceutical drug drop in price that through an executive order he's going to be signing that will work with companies to drop prices for pharmaceuticals, and I think that is in part a part of why. But the bigger reason is apparently there has been an announcement of a deal struck with China on trade, details of which will be forthcoming. But Scott Besson apparently has made an announcement of that. Two members of this community confirmed that. I have not seen stories on it, but I'm going to take their word for it, but that has happened. So this is good news, potentially. We don't know the details. We'll find out in due course. Good evening, David Parrish is here. Welcome. All right, and we've got Mark coming to us from North Carolina. I love North Carolina, man. Have you ever heard of Broth, Carolina, or Broth, Dakota? I love Broth, Dakota, and North Carolina. No, I know, it was a typo. I love it, though. Broth is cool. North Carolina. North Carolina, great state. The best thing about North Carolina is the fact that it's on top of South Carolina. Oh, yeah. Does that mean it's above it? Well, it might be a little elevated. You know what they say. Yet platinum is hovering right around $1,000. These two metals have broken the $1,000 barrier. It's been intriguing. Long overdue, especially for platinum. I've always thought platinum under $1,000 is a good deal. I'm saying gold and silver down, so we'll see there. All right, we've got Brad Wheeler again. We appreciate Brad Wheeler. Appreciate him watching the channel. Appreciate all of you guys being here. I do this every Sunday. If you want to join me, we always have fun on these Sunday night market watches, so appreciate you guys being here. And Brad says the volatility of the gold market over the last couple of months has been exciting to watch. I still feel the rally's not over and it's going up even higher, perhaps even breaking more records this month. But I could definitely be wrong. Usually around this time of year, precious metal settles down and most of the precious metals consolidate. Yes, we could see the beginning of that happening right now with this deal's announced. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. So, major smackdown for gold tonight. Thank you for sharing, Sal. Thank you, No IQ. Appreciate you watching, sir. And Jerry with a supportive comment. Thank you, Jerry Mandarin. Appreciate those a lot. Eagle Steve is here. Yes, indeed. And we've got Kitty Cat here on the Costco video. It says Costco price is better than any online dealer for a starter. Well, not always, but you're right. There are times when it is. Gold is gold. Costco's gold is same gold made by PAMP and sold by others. You're right. Besides, Costco online adjusts the price after the current batch is sold out. I caught it under or near spot several times. It's a great deal. It sure is. And I'm not discounting that case. If you can get it for cheaper, do it by all means. But there are times though when the market adjusts where it may not be the deal that you think. It just depends precisely because of that. So anyways, we'll see. All right. Yeah, Silver High says here he posted a great video. Check him out. And thank you to JM Unleashed for posting a link to his channel. Carrie Taryn says, of course silver went up. I went to my LCS and couldn't see paying over $36 an ounce. So I bought a VF 1880 $10 gold coin. Oh, congratulations on that, Carrie Taryn. And John says, got a 2025 Kookaburra Lunar Series 3 Tiger and Rabbit. Traded my 1/10 ounce gold Samoa Dragon for a 10-ounce silver Geiger bar seal. Congratulations on that. Wow, that's great. Very, very good. All right. Let's see here. Appreciate you guys being here. Oh, yeah. Let's get over here to this. Crazy says red-haired redneck. Yes, a little crazy. And Anthony Romano on this short here. Been trying to post more shorts lately. And he says this. The average silver to gold ratio is 2%, and something goes at 3% at the gold price and has gone up as much as 6% of the gold price in short bursts. It is now 1%. That means it should double in price at a minimum. Yeah, an interesting analysis there. We'll see what happens with it. Okay, let's see here. Let's get to the next comment from Johnny B. Good morning, Sal, my fellow metal stackers. Good morning to you, sir. Appreciate you joining us or commenting on that video, watching it. And Master Blaster asked this question just before going live. How will markets respond tonight with U.S.-China substantial progress made in tariff deal? Yes. So far, Master Blaster, they are responding positively. Well, negatively, rather. They are down. There's Johnny B with us. Appreciate you being here. Lulu Lucky has thumbed up. Silver Heist reports we have 300 thumbs up tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that. I haven't even asked for any. Well, I sort of made I alluded to it earlier. You know, it's sort of a subliminal message to get you to press the thumbs up button. But thank you guys for that. All right, let's see here. We got Jean Lefevre's on the debt clock video. Says this. Sal, now you've done it. Your sponsor will now sell 1/10-ounce coins to me. I will contact them and start buying a coin every month on the 1st and have them set automatically on one of my credit cards. Easy cheesy. Thanks for the great idea. No worries, my friend. It's cool that they have that offering. Yep, it's called Auto Invest over at Summit Metals. And let's see here. Trent Schaefer, do you think the summer doldrums will drop significantly lower than it has? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see it. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think that it will fall too much. I think we may see it subside a bit, but I think there's, especially for gold, there's a lot more propping it up. All right, this is just breaking news. We have just knocked out a wall. So now it's more than just standing room only. You can now go to the other partition that we've knocked out. So it's not just standing room only tonight here. We've got room for more to come in. That's right. We just knocked out a wall, and it was not a load-bearing wall. Thank goodness. That's right. I had Mrs. Quinn Crew, who is a structural engineer, inspect it for me, make sure I wasn't hitting the wrong wall. So we're good to go on that. All right. Let's see here. What is the market doing right now? All right. Gold's trying to claw back some of those losses. Folks, it got down almost $60 earlier in the evening. It is now down just $46, and that's saying something. Silver is down 9 cents. So there it is. Platinum up 1, palladium up 2. There we go. All right. And Gators is bringing some Chinese food. We got a lot of room in here. And Gators has just brought the Chinese. We love some Chinese fixins. A little high in sodium, but that's all right. We'll take it. Very good. All right. Oh, thank you. All right. Yes, Curb Creeper. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, check out Curb Creeper's channel. And let's see here. And we've got Joe says, I'm going to stay the course and continue to buy silver and gold with some platinum mixed and not worry about the price. Been doing it for almost 10 years now. All right, there you go. Yep. You know, and this is a channel that posts content every day. So obviously I'm going to talk about price. You know, but nonetheless, in the end, I always try to tell people it's about holding. It's about buying and holding. As the great J.M. Elise once says, buy low, hold high. And yes, channel members get to hang out in the executive suites. That's right. It's fun to stay here in the executive suites. And the executive suites are sugar-free because sugar high liquor. That's right, exactly. All right, very good. All right. All right, okay, I'm going to do it. There's enough people here tonight. If you want to hear, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to plug in. I'm going to do it on my base. Let me see here. Is Mark B still here? Let me see. You know what? Let me see if I can make this happen. I'm going to try this. Bear with me. I normally don't do this on a Sunday night, but you know what? I'm feeling a little frisky here. And this amp is not really meant for bass, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. We're going to give it a shot anyway, you know what I mean? All right, let's see here. Okay. There we go. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. All right. It's okay. There's the background of the song. If you're just joining us, Friday night we debuted it live on this broadcast. You know, alcohol. It is the word I'm looking for. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. It metabolizes into sugar. If you drink an alcoholic beverage, it just turns right into sugar. Oh, JM Alicia just gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you, my friend. Adding more memberships to the executive suite. So, anyways, so I thought I'd do a little a public service announcement. This is called Sugar High Liquor. 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 Ah, there we go. Sugar High Liquor for you guys tonight. I hope I didn't just blow out my speaker here. All right, we didn't. It's distorted. Oh, it was too. Okay. Yeah, it's meant to be sort of distorted, but yes, indeed. All right, there we go. Let's see here. Let me check. Did it over distort? There we go. All right, here we go. Sugar high liquor. Sugar high liquor. Sugar high liquor. Sugar high liquor. Yeah. That's it. That's the tune. Exactly. Very good. Stacker Factor, you got it. That's exactly what it was, Stacker Factor. You weren't here Friday, but you got it. That's exactly what it is. It's a parody of the old Kanye song. I just had to learn it, you know, do my little positive public service announcement. Exactly right. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Garage bands of the 90s. There you go, exactly. Like Typo Negative, it does have a typo feel to it. And I'm using a bass this time. And I can really... This is a 5-string bass. If I tune down, it could be like... Sugar high liquor. Sugar high liquor. Sugar high liquor. Yeah, Mark B can play bass to this. Very good. All right. Hennessy is sugar high liquor for real. It sure is. Oh, yeah. So there we go. Yep, Stacker Factor nailed it. It's a parody of the new Kanye song. All right. Very good. And I saw some people that had done parodies of it. There's a guy who did a ukulele version of it with a ukulele. Another guy did a great piano rendition of it. I don't know any Primus except for maybe this. Let me see here. Let me see. And I don't even know if this is exactly right. Oh, wait, it's not in tune. I don't know much Primus. I mean, Les Claypool's in a world of all of his own. I just I'm not as articulate as on the bass as he is. It's amazing. All right, let's see here. Very good. We lost a lot of viewers on that. Sorry about that, guys. I got a little bit crazy. Let's see here. Where are we at? Okay, we got Shotgun Susie. I have a bunch of those. Mine looks still pretty new. Save them on drawer box. Yeah, a lot of people kept these things, really didn't spend them. Yes, indeed. Very good. And we've got this from the Bearded One. It also takes 13 kilos of silver in one of the Navy's common missiles, which explains why silver prices are kept suppressed. Well, I've not seen any evidence of any crazy amounts of silver in any of the missiles anywhere. There's been a rumor that there's 500 ounces of silver in a Tomahawk cruise missile. I actually question that greatly. I would love to see evidence of it. We really don't know how much is used in military applications, but yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Thank you, Platt Jess. Appreciate that, my friend. There's Shotgun Susie is with us, and there's Jerry Mandarin is with us tonight. Appreciate you getting some people back. No, we lost some more people. Yeah, sorry people don't like me playing. I know I'm not the best player, but... all right, Crunch Bunch should hold against inflation. It's never fallen under production cost. That's right. That's right. Platinum and plating. Well, they say that it has fallen. I've heard different stories about that. It's fallen under production cost, but I don't know. Finding information would probably be fairly difficult. Tall Cedars 2310 says this. Just smash your guitar so we know you're not serious about your sugar high liquor. That's right. I didn't smash my guitar. All right, there. Red Collar's got some elbow room now. Yes, that's right. There's not as many people in here, so we've got some elbow room. Tall Cedars, I was one who misunderstood your video yesterday, but I did learn from 3D to 2D differences, minted coins and private minted differences aside, I still prefer royal mint coins. That said, a question has been lurking. Will there be a grading system in place that will make one over the other a bit more when we changed over? Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Tall Cedars, and thank you for coming back. And I don't mind if people question, but one guy tried to explain it, and he would not take my explanation. So I don't know. Probably lost him as a viewer, but that's okay. You're not going to be able to please everybody. But anyways, let's see here. Yes, 3D and 2D difference in minted coins and private minted. A grading system. We need a new grading system, I think, in general for all coins. Actually, I think the current grading system scale is skewed. It's messed up. It's an outdated system based off of grading large cents. That's what the Sheldon scale was about. It's a 70 scale, and NGC's moved to a 10-point scale, but it's based off of the Sheldon scale. No difference, just different numbers. It's crazy. They miss an opportunity to really be proactive there. And let's see here. All right, BFE, catching the replay and thumbs up. Thank you. It's where we debuted Sugar High Liquor. Andrew says, you're making my dimes feel better. I love it. Yes, indeed. Some of the worn out dimes can be pretty crazy. And let's see here. We've got this. Then we'll take a look at the markets after this comment here from Dan McCarthy. Let me get over to this to make this applicable. He says, just the other week, the limit at my Costco was still up to 6 bars per day. Wow. Okay, with 2% back from executive memberships and 2% back on Costco card, you can sometimes not always get below spot and taking the cash back into account. Their site seems to update prices hourly or so the stores only seem to reprice at the beginning of the day. So if a gold is a big jump in the day, sometimes you can buy before the store adjusts the next day. You're exactly right. And I probably should have emphasized that more too. But you make a good point. Big Test Unit with a Salivate Metal gift membership across the bow. Thank you, Big Test Unit, for those. Silversmith got that. And thanks again to Coins A to Z for your channel gift memberships as well. Appreciate that. I'm sorry, Big JM Unleashed. Thank you, JM Unleashed, for that. And you're right, Coins A to Z. Collectors need a new coin grading system and scale. You're right. And very good. Thank you. Thank you again, JM Unleashed. You were the man. Appreciate that. And let's see here. And Silver Heist once had a Morgan silver dollar graded by Cisco and Ebert scale. I got 2 thumbs up. Nice. That's always good because sometimes you can get a thumb up and thumb down with Cisco and Ebert. God rest their souls. Both of them are gone now. It's crazy. Thank you. Silver Heist is the man. Check out his channel. He is the one and the only. He's not a myth, but he is a legend. And Bill Arrington has just gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Look at that. Thank you, Bill. Very cool. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. You got that. Very cool. And we ABRNC. That is amazing. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed that short. If you've not seen it, it's a long drawn out short that I posted. I think it's like 53 seconds or something like that. Sorry about I rambled on and on. You know, I do like to ramble, especially in my shorts video. And when I'm wearing shorts, I like to ramble about shorts while I have the shorts. Good to see Eyes of the Dragon. I love that name. That's pretty cool. Ibji is still here. I'm a myth, and I'm not a legend. For sure. Very good. All right. Clear Lake Drive. Sal, ridiculous is a word, all right. Thank goodness Actual Sound Money does indeed have a sound, a specific sound that is quite pleasing to the ear, I might add. Indeed it is. In fact, I'm gonna do it for you right now. That's the sound. Of course, I use my hand for that, but you can get a pocket pinger for a pretty good price at my link in the description below in this broadcast. There is Shadow Work. Where are the barcodes graded coins from? I've never seen anyone scan it or seen some people cover in them in videos. Yeah, the reason why they do that is because some of those can be faked, and I've done it a couple of times, not all the time, and especially if it's a low population thing. You know, somehow some people maybe would track them some ways, but I've never known of anybody scanning those things either. There's FIL is here. Gold sounds best, says Mrs. Coin Crew. And speaking of gold and silver, let's take a look and see what the prices are doing right now. Just for gits and shiggles, we can see Silver is down 8 cents right now. Gold is now down only $40.20. Earlier in the night, it was down almost $60. It's crazy, but it is down tonight. It is down tonight, indeed it is. All right. Very good. All right. There it is. And our coffee is getting down too, down to the wire. Pocket pinger like pocket poker. It could be a little bit more. It's probably just as portable, right? You could put it in your pocket. It's a musical instrument. It could be. I did a short of different ones, and I tapped them together with different pocket pingers and made a little song. It was pretty cool. I might do it again. Make a long form video. Make it like 45 minutes of me tapping with my pocket pinger, like an ASMR thing, and watch it get hundreds of thousands of views in a matter of minutes. No, I'm kidding. I know that won't happen. Shadow work. Thank you, brother. Richard Metcalf says here, to see silver hold during the start of the summer doldrums is encouraging. It sure is. You're right. 5 ounce America the Beautiful. I think you can. It might barely work. I'm going to have to try it sometime. Sugar High Pinger. I like that. Master Blaster. Northern Hillbilly is here. Good to see you. All right, thank you so much, Coins A to Z. Appreciate you popping in tonight so much. Have a good evening, Coins A to Z. The one and the only. He is awesome. And let's see here. We've got Richard Barrera. Hey, Sal, just the other day, somebody sold me a bag of gold gummy bears. Wasn't a bad deal. Tasted great. All right, nice. Gold bag. Can you actually have gold in it? You can ingest gold, believe it or not. And people have done it. Very little on this gold-plated beef things. I actually did a video about that. Ominous Rooster. Oh, man, I missed the live stream. Still going to listen to the podcast. Well, thank you, Ominous Rooster. Appreciate you checking out the replays on it. Hope you enjoyed it. All right. Silver High Pinger, says Pommy Ray. That's right. Silver High Pinger. Of course, I'm going to be very careful saying that and doing that. But anyways, crazy. All right. Have enough coffee to say that for a year or so. I'm prepped in that regard as usual. Actually, I don't. But probably would not be a bad idea to do that because I think silver has a long shelf life. I mean, coffee does. You know what I'm saying? Sugar High Liquor. All right. I'm going to stop. So we'll lose 15 viewers just me doing that. And we have. Just me doing that little riff. We lost like 10 viewers. It's insane, the membrane. All right. Jack Rats, Coins and Currency. Good evening to you. Welcome. Glad you're here. Joseph Schaefer says, well, Sal, I would have never believed that. Amazing. Yes. It's pretty wild how that works, isn't it? I mean, there's work like a charm. Except I didn't use distilled water, and there's a very, very faint, very slight artifact of the chemicals in the tap water there that shows on the reverse of that thing. All right, there we go. Mike Rack, silver pumpers will continue to look slightly deranged. Indeed. Silver pumpers. All right. One thing I like to pump is iron, but not much of it. I'm not very strong. But I do like to pump a little bit of iron. But if there's a silver that weighs, if 100-ounce bars are fun to pump, so I guess I could pump silver too. F37 metal. I only purchased $9.99 generic rounds for my LCS, but I purchased my dimes and quarters from eBay. Gold and silver shop dealers. There you go. As long as it's a trusted dealer for sure. I'm still a pure blood. I'm still a pure blood, indeed. And blood is, and that last time I had my blood checked, it was pretty good. All right. And we've got this here. Mario. Hi, Brother Sal. Hello, Mario. Thank you. Good to see you. Michael Gilganian says here, wow, amazing. Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that so much on that video. And we've got this here from Timothy Winnington. Zero sugar. Here it is. Extra chemicals. Ugh. All right. Good Saturday, Sal. Thanks for the info. It's amazing how productive you are on YouTube. Thank you. I try my best. Very active here. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. All right. Very good. Don't discriminate when it comes to metal. There you go, Jason Ivey. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I like all the metals. Platinum, palladium, and gold and silver, and rhodium. Yes, indeed. All right. And we've got this. We've got Brad Wheeler. It's amazing. After years of watching your videos, I still want to see as many as I can, and they're all very informative and educational. We appreciate that. Well, thank you. And I tried to be a little different in this video, and it did not pay off in terms of getting many views, but I appreciate you for taking the time to watch it. It means a lot. Sometimes I got to take a chance and take a little bit of a risk to do something a little bit different. If I would have just gave this news the regular way, it would have gotten more views. But I wanted to be creative with it, and it didn't help me out. Yes, indeed. But oh well. All right. But it just means a lot that you take the time to watch, and I appreciate that, Brad Wheeler. I appreciate all of my faithful viewers. In fact, forget about 100,000 subs. I would gladly trade over half of my subs for a quarter of more regular viewers. In other words, knock me down to 25,000 subscribers. If I could trade 75,000 subscribers that don't hardly ever watch my videos for 25,000 more regular viewers, I'd take that in a heartbeat. I make that trade in a heartbeat. In fact, honestly, I've stopped, believe it or not, I have stopped asking for subscribers by the end of the year. I'm abandoning that. I'm not going to worry about it. As long as I can get more faithful viewers or more viewers, that's all I'm looking for. I appreciate if people subscribe. You're more likely to see my videos if you do subscribe. But I just want to appreciate those of you who do take the time to watch. I think that's the most important thing. All right. Gold and Silver Conquistador says, this is the quality content that you do, Uncle Sal, that's light years beyond anyone else. Well, I appreciate that. I don't think I am light years beyond. There's a lot of better creators than me out there, but thank you. You're the only one that I know that has the true lust for silver like we do, that truly wants to know all the insights and out-of-the-box thinking, that loves the beauty and luster of the technology and knows at the end of the day, the mystical metal is beyond all that. Keep coming with majestic excellence. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I do love silver for exactly what it is. I may not love it above people or God or anything like that, but thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, man, thank you so much. Mrs. Coin Crew has been an honorary citizen for 34 months, almost 3 years. Thank you so much. Wow. Legally Armed America is talking about how Epstein guards might have been gassed. Whoa. Interesting. And I heard that. That's wild. Filibus. I try to catch every video during the week at work. I try to catch up on any that I miss. And I appreciate that, Filibus. It means a lot. I appreciate that very, very much. All right. Let's see here. And I think I was unsubscription. All right. Well, thank you for, hopefully you're subscribed back. Some people get kicked off, and I don't know why that happens. North Carolina Stacker is here. And Dean R is subscribed on 3 different devices. Wow. Thank you, my friend. And let's see here. And Filibus, the good thing is your videos is that you don't have to watch them in order. That's right. You can watch them out of order if you want to. I think I want to salute metal round, but here it's very expensive. How many of them babies have been minted? Over 1,000 have been minted. I think 1,100, somewhere thereabouts. But they're still available at Summit Metals. But if you live outside the country, then the shipping will be obviously a little bit more. And I wish I could change that. YouTube Shorts have gotten spectacular, storming the final push 100,000. But I'm just sticking with my regular lengths. Yeah, and I've been adding more shorts lately, but it hasn't helped me. And I have enough shorts but none of my shorts have gone viral like they have for them. And but I have been adding more shorts, but I probably will still do some more shorts, but I'm just gonna probably do my regular content too, mostly, and do short every once in a while. But yes, and thank you, Jay Munley's very kind of you to post a link to the Salivate Metal Rounds, and very kind of you as we peruse our way through this broadcast tonight. Take a slurp of some coffee, and then we'll take a look at the markets, which are showing a little bit of moderation in the drop in gold tonight. It is now down $42.20. It was down almost $60 earlier in the night. Check Stacker is here. Good to see you. And so it's down to $3,284.10. Silver is down 8 cents at $32.73. So there's where it is. Very good. All right. Okay. Yeah, add soft kitty to the shorts. Yes, maybe I will do that. All right. So there's where the markets are right now. Platinum and palladium both staying stable and up. No IQ, thank you for keeping us informed. Thank you for checking it out. No IQ, always appreciate you. And Dean R. That's some good-looking gold, Sal. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate it. I try my best to showcase some of the gold, a different variety of gold in some of the videos. This is one of those. Good evening to Rusty Nail. Always appreciate him. He's a faithful viewer. I appreciate him watching the channel as well. And let's see here. Quite a bit more comments. Raise the color says, so I can go there and trade a 16-ounce cola for a 1-ounce gold piece, and the cashier has to convert it by law. I'm going to be rich. Exactly. No, that's not what we're saying, but I think he knows that. Just joking around there. We've got Edward McLaughlin says this here. The only thing worse than the dollar is every other fiat currency on earth. Make sure you have plenty of pet rocks. There you go. Exactly. Exactly right. Good point. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Kanita Warrior. Thank you for being here. Got me an $18.95 $5 and trade today for a little cash. Congratulations. Go below $3,000 would be a gift. It sure would, Red Crawler. I agree with that completely. I would love it, actually. As a buyer, I would love for it to get below $3,000. All right, Bunny Man, California charging a company as a criminal. Say it isn't so, Sal. The land of criminal enterprises and of criminal politicians actually sued. Yeah, crazy. Yes. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it for sure? Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Let's get over here to this comment from JF Enterprise in this short that I showed earlier. Says this here. I got one of those Morgans off eBay back when I started to do so. It came in a capsule. I'm fairly certain with that I learned over the years that it's likely a fake. Luckily, only $23 when I got it. Yeah, I know it sucks. It really does suck when that happens. Especially if you don't find out about it until later. Okay, let's see here. And where are we at? Subvert the State says, once silver spot price closes for the weekend over $35 an ounce, I think market psychology will start blowing a tailwind in future price. I think it could too. I really do. Check Stacker. Whoa, thank you, Check Stacker. He just sent 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you, Check. Appreciate that. Look at that. Wow. Zardos is looking in from the Friday night's broadcast. Appreciate that. And Michael Milchek, or Michael Hicks, Michael Hicks says here, actually, I recognize the bias in a few interesting ways, treating us like we were born yesterday, telling us that we will collect our money and we can use it, but then they will be the ones hoarding and storing money, giving us permission to use our own resources. Too, I remember when I pulled 100 out of a McDonald's and the staff started dancing. The manager came over and broke up the mood, snatched a bill, and gave me my change. Wow. 3, there's shenanigans on only a hold for long, especially if the world doesn't buy into their coercion and fear-mongering. Yeah, it's crazy on so many different levels. That's for sure. All right. Let's see here. 4 Wheels from Rob. All states need to do to get on board with PM's real money. Unfortunately, constitutional currency is only valued at face. A constitutional currency is not, well, it depends what you're talking about. I mean, constitutional currency is gold and silver coins, and they're not valued at face. I mean, they're priced based off of face value, but that's actually a good thing, I think. You know what I mean? So in other words, 25 per dollar. That's about the going rate now for constitutional silver. 5,000 by year end, says Boone Schwing. All right. So he thinks the gold's going to go up that much. I don't think it's going to get there, but hey, we'll see. So far, it's down tonight. Pretty good clip. It's now down $42.50. Silver down 8. Platinum for the first time tonight is down now $1. And there it is. We got the evil cowboy chiming in with this. Says there's someone out there who would actually do it. If the summertime heat wasn't intense enough, someone would give in to a nice ice cold soda. Yes, that's true. Depending on what, there was an old episode of Twilight Zone talked about that very thing. Essentially, it's crazy. With gold bar, a massive gold bar. All right, let's see here. Kurt Honor. I want to know how goldbacks hold up to actually being circulated, like how they hold up being folded or put in your pocket or maybe in a trip through the washer and dryer. I only have a couple and I don't want to try it with mine. There has been some in the community who have done just that, have done experiments and it held up pretty well actually, surprisingly well. Mark Carroll is here. Welcome. Hello. Darknet is here. Welcome from the United Kingdom. Good to see all of you guys. Glad you're here with us tonight. And we're going up here to Richard Metcalf. Got to buy those votes. The bread and circus continues. Indeed, it does. We've got Lori Smith who chimed in this video. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate you stopping by and having some thoughtful comments in the video. It says, you might say that the tariffs will add money to the federal government's budget and lower income tax, but your average price in the store shelves would explode. Indeed, they would. No container ships left in China this week for California ports. How fast does the Trump administration think the factories and production can be up and running? It doesn't want Canadian steel products to build the factories. I think in the short term, the American people are going to feel it a bit hard. I do agree with you, Lori. However, I will say this, that I don't think it'll be totally absorbed by the American consumer. I think there's some things about that I think that some of these companies and organizations that are sending this stuff don't want to be shut out of the American market, so they're willing to take somewhat of a hit. But I think you're right in part. So, I mean, I agree that it's a nuanced discussion there for sure. Annie Oakley, all right, got flowers from her daughter. Happy Mother's Day, Annie, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Shotgun Susie is here too. Good to see you. Happy Mother's Day to you as well, if you're a mom. Hieronymus Androko. Okay, a little longer comment, but we'll take it here. Says this. So Sal, tell me, how would you react if central banks stopped holding gold? What would you think would happen to it in that scenario? And why do you think it would be a possibility? My immediate guess would be an attempt to kill the perceived value once they feel they have enough leverage in the global market through digital currencies, a measure to attempt to heighten control, because people can't decide what's valuable on their own. They don't really have a choice. When you think about it, no one can own land without paying taxes, and you have to pay it in dollars. Person or community stopped using fiat and started trading outside the system, however, the black helicopters or police would show up eventually and people refuse to leave the land and disperse. Really, your only two choices to become homeless, vagrant, or use fiat. Well, that's not totally true. Many states around the country right now are indeed recognizing gold and silver as legal tender, which means that they can right now, in fact, really there's nothing stopping anybody from using gold and silver as payment, even without those laws, because it's constitutional. Yeah, that's right. In fact, I know of an example just recently that I talked about how somebody's getting some landscaping work done and they're being paid in gold. That's right. It's happening. It's happening right now as we speak. And this is from an area that has not adopted gold and silver as legal tender. So people can do it. People can do it indeed. Now, your point about central banks stop holding gold, that if you're saying that they're going to sell all of their gold, well, they're not going to take that kind of risk on account to see how it would collapse the price of gold, and it would fall, and they could perceivably buy it back to some degree, but I don't think they're going to want to take that chance, because them being held out of the bag with holding gold is going to be a bigger risk to them because it'll be gobbled up by some other central bank. And they don't want to keep their leverage. It's about leverage. And to let go of a gold at this point in time, I don't think it's going to happen. At least not all of it. It just depends on how much would be done. All right. All right. Max Stackin says he can pay his property taxes with gold and silver right now. That's amazing. By the way, I finished my coffee, got the chaser right now. That is amazing. What state is that in, if you don't mind me asking, Max Stackins? Cool says, Mick J, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed this proof gold coin, removing copper spots. And let's see here. Let's get down on it with some of these other comments. Michael K says, this should be the law of the land, constitutional money. Exactly right. Amen, brother. I agree with you completely on that, for sure. There's Chuckles. My cat prefers a watered up piece of paper to his $6 cat toy from China. Not worried about some big bad tariffs. All right. Have a good night, Reboot. Thank you for being here, Reboot. Sorry I didn't say hello to you earlier. We appreciate you being here, Reboot. Have a good night. Uh-oh, we bored Lulu Lucky Stacker. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm sorry, Lulu. We bored you, but we're going to get you back in line with a slurp. Yeah, that's for one line of racing. He loves it when I slurp. Oh, yeah. He's a big Trump fan, too. He loves these Trump. Look at this big Trump post here. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look, he's nothing since the hour from about the release of Eden Alexander, who was held hostage. And can you imagine being held hostage by Hamas for that time? It's insane. Crazy. So glad he's free. God bless Donald Trump for one line of racing. All right, very good. Played for me. There you go. All right, let's see here. Okay, awesome audio track option in French. Thank you. All right, Mark. Yes, I now have the ability automatically to have audio dubbing in multiple languages. Yes, indeed. Laurie Smith, yeah, I hope the tariffs are ever out for the better of everyone in America. Yes, and I agree with you, Laurie. Yep, I agree. It's got to be good for everybody. Yep, I'm with you. I don't like to see our Canadian brothers and sisters suffer because of this either. I really do think a lot of it is just negotiations and trying to work things out. But yes, indeed. But thank you. Thank you, Laurie Smith. Yeah. Richard Concilio says, ever give this a thought? In 1776, a silver dollar had, I guess, $1 worth of silver in it. Well, actually, technically, it didn't, because a dollar wasn't formed in 1776. 250 years later, a silver dollar has about $26 worth of silver in it. Something doesn't seem right. Well, and again, the dollar wasn't formed until 1792. It was a Mint Act. But nonetheless, it shows a devaluation of the dollar since then. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. Let's see here. Let's see here. THS, don't delete one line of racing's comments, please. He's free to give his point of view. He's free to give his point of view. Let's see. So please don't delete his comments. I know he was in a roundabout way calling me a pig, but that's okay. I don't mind it. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Where are we at here? Let's see here. Where is happening here? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see here. All right, where are we at? Okay, let's see. We've got this from Silver Turtle 65. I hope it survives the Monday morning pre-market slams. So far, we're seeing a pretty big slam down right now. It is down. And Silver Shelby says here, gold is down dramatically. It says here, thanks, Sal. Always appreciate everyone making sure to give Sal a thumbs up. Well, thank you, my friend. Appreciate the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Grizzled warthog, there you go. Can grizzled warthog slurp as well too on the Savannah High? There you go. All right, I guess maybe it's a compliment to be. There you go. Thank you, thanks Stacker Factor. Maybe I'm Jabba the Hutt. That's right. Give me that scantily clad Princess Leia before she became a lefty liberal. I'll take it. Yes, indeed. Jabba got all the chicks. You know what I mean? Jabba got all the chicks. Well, just one chick, I guess. Really. I'm wearing lipstick. That's right. Lipstick on a pig. I'm going to slurp like a pig. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's take a look at this other comments that's popped up. No worries, THS. No worries. Yeah, it's more of a free speech zone. I like to give people leeway. Unless they're incessantly trolling, I typically let people say what they want. And there's a lot more tolerance if people insult me than my fellow viewers, so I don't mind it as much. So, anyways, Gabe M says here, any metal is better than worthless fiat. Yes, in reality, that's really true. Have you ever chatted with International Stacker? He got married. Yes, I have, Zephiel. He popped in fairly recently, actually. Yep, International Stacker, great channel, great member of the community. He always was looking out for the nines, 4 9s, fine. That's what he called his potential wife, and he found a lovely wife. And I'm proud of him. I'm glad he did. He well deserved. He's a great guy. James Salgbreath, who is J.D. Vance? Really? He meets the Pope, the next day dies. He meets with India, next day war. That's actually pretty funny. You're right. In fact, Bill Maher made a joke. He says, the new Pope says, get me the hell away. Don't ever let J.D. Vance near me. That's pretty funny. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see where we are at here. Says Larry Henshaw, to coin a phrase, pennies on the dollar. That's right. Exactly right. And the one most of the dangerous fakes, toxic dental implants. Yes, very exactly right. Yes, that's pretty scary stuff. And Richard Metcalf, it sounds like if they need to be educated about PMs, make them listen to Sal's video and maybe they'll figure it out. And others too, but I appreciate it. There's others that have, and sometimes I get some stuff wrong. Gina Young is here. Happy Mother's Day to you and all the moms out there. Good to see you, Gina Young. Glad you're with us tonight. Beg for my mercy. I'm good with paying tariffs on China. I don't want the Trump to let up on that. Yes. I think China has a lot, at least the officials there have a lot to cover for what happened with COVID. J.D. Vance to meet with Putin. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness gracious. Root canals are terrible. Oh, man, I would not want to get a root canal. Man. All right, Count Drumpula says here, dang, justice is slow. Does justice have a big old arse and a broke back or something? How blind is justice to liberties being trampled? Does justice have a sick sense of humor? There are real pieces of garbage in this world. Indeed, there are. For sure. All right, let's see here. This is a message to keep all of your coins from Jason. Says, keep all of your coins. Coins are not part of the dying fiat system. The metal content in any coin, whether zinc, copper, or silver, will always rise in value against the fiat paper fractionalities. Yes, until they do away with some of them, like the penny or the cent. Of course, the other old cents, hold on to them because they're exactly right. They are still there for sure. All right. And hold value. Moxley Bashwell. The announcement was Donald Trump, and we covered it live when he posted on Truth Social. Big statement about pharmaceutical drug companies. He's going to lower the cost with an executive order tomorrow morning at the White House at 9 a.m. Most inconsequential executive orders in our country's history. Prescription drug and pharmaceutical prices will be reduced almost immediately by 30 to 80%. And it'll rise throughout the world in order to equalize that. So a lot of that he's going to explain some of what that means. It's a pretty big deal. That was the announcement, but I also think Steve Bessent's announcement earlier in the day that there has been a deal made with China on tariffs. I think that is an even bigger announcement in comparison to that announcement that has affected the markets. All right, very good. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay. Let's see here. We've got this from Gentleman Jim. Says here on this video, I can't control immediate industry purchases, nor can I claim they are wrong. How can any company make decisions without understanding its tariff exposure? Seems like they have completely halted the purchase of silver. The good news is that they have more clarity on tariffs than we did a week ago. Gold, on the other hand, does not face this issue. This might explain why the gold to silver ratio remains elevated above 100. That said, water seeks its levels, and that it's wise to invest in historic discrepancies. Both gold and silver are forms of money that have been since recorded history. Nobody should deceive themselves into thinking gold and silver aren't intertwined for eternity. Fact remains that the natural rarity level of the elements is 10 to 1, and the rarity is being dismissed. This is why silver is a far better investment long-term than gold. Gold bug since 1979. I appreciate that, Gentleman Jim, and I would agree with that on the surface and in terms of intrinsically, notwithstanding there's one thing for sure, the markets do not perceive it that way in any way, shape, or form, and the markets rule the price right now. Value and price are two different things when stacking precious metals, which is why I always say we should stack for the long term, for sure. Yes, indeed. But thank you for your comment there. And we've got Acadian. I love pocket coins. I carry an 1880 Morgan. Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Nice stuff. Nice stuff indeed. All right. And we've got this from Duke Nukem says here. It is my opinion is that people know the name Costco, but if you were to say the acronym LCS, they'll probably say something like, what's that, a drain cleaner or something? And there's the media hype over the gold itself, which is flaunting all-time highs, and it gets people excited. Mark my words, they will regret falling for the hype. Not a matter of if, but a matter of when. Yep, you're right, and that's a duly noted for sure about Costco. I wasn't knocking Costco in this video, by the way. I'm just saying that there's some people that have been very savvy buyers there because of the unlimited amounts that they could buy. But they put this limitation on them, and they're being strict about it, which means they can't really make money on them as much as they could. And not very easily anyway, as they once could. So that's why it's surprising, which is why I don't see why. But thank you, Duke Nukem. All right. Let's see here. Stephen Newberry, if the leftards really cared about the dollar, they would have voted for Trump. Yes, indeed. That's right. Rusty Nail on this video about the Coke and a gold coin. Says, I watched the stock and investment channel and got 12K views in 30 minutes and didn't get any new subs, actually. That channel haven't got any new subs a month. Interesting. That's weird. I wonder what's going on with that. All right. I think you can come back the next day and buy again if they're still in stock, Stacker Factor. I think that's the key. You have to come back the next day. I think it is a day limitation. And by then, they still may not have some in stock. And I think that's what it is. Of course, I think it just depends on the store. But, yep, I think you can come back the next day. Electronic gold. Yes, electronic gold is definitely a way to do it, for sure. Thank you, James O'Neill Brown, for the emoticons there on this video. Link to organized crime. You mean like China? Yes, exactly, Danco. Yep. A lot of people feel that. It's crazy. All right. There's Golden State Conquistador. Welcome. Good to see you, Golden State Conquistador. Thank you again for your kind comment earlier. All right, we've got Zengo 9876 says here, I purchased some gold from Summit Metals, and they said it was delivered, but I couldn't find it. I sent several messages with no reply. What should I do? Wow. Well, I would contact the carrier then. I would contact the carrier. Usually, I mean, they're pretty good about replying. And so I would contact the postal carrier. If there is a tracking number, it should be able to say that it was delivered. So wherever the postal carrier was, I would check with them and see where it was. It was delivered. Yes, that's crazy. Let's see here. Okay, here. We've got this from Marvin Hadaway. It says face value on U.S. coins would make sense in the world of gold and silver as actual money. A 1 ounce U.S. coin buys $3,300 of goods and services because spot price is $3,300. You divide the spot price by the face value to get the actual value of a gold dollar. There are 50 gold dollars in a U.S. 1 ounce gold coin. This should be traded at a ratio of 50 to 1 for silver dollars. Fix the gold to silver ratio to 51 by statute. Today, at that rate, a silver dollar would trade as money equal to $66. Yes, that would be one way to do it, and that could be a possible chance of a binary metal system. All right, Javier. Retailers will most likely accept precious metals for a purchase way under spot. Yep, they would, for sure, if they know their stuff. Dinar. How many valuable silver dimes did I spend on soda pop back in the 60s and 70s? Ah, yes. Good point there, for sure. Jay Ritter says, guys, I really believe that the Samsung solid-state battery is going to happen and revolutionize the battery industry. I just bought a 25 ounce and I'm not rich at all. It's just my 2 cents. You can take it or leave it. Well, I talked about that, and I believe that could happen too, potentially. There's some encouraging news that came out that I posted a video about fairly recently. All right. Welcome, Godzilla Garage. Glad you're here tonight. Appreciate you popping in with us this evening. A lot of good folks here with us as we peruse. We're looking at the markets now. In fact, gold is clawing back some of its losses. It was down almost $60 earlier in the evening. It is now down under $40. It's $39.30 down, 1.18% to $3,287. Silver is down 6 cents right now to $32.75. So there it is. Anita, greetings to you. Glad you're here. Welcome to Zero H. Good to see you. All right. There we go. Brad Wheeler still stacking in the free world. That's how we love it. Still stacking in the free world. Oh, yeah. We got it. We love it. All right. Matt Bittner says, with an algorithmic emoticon of the song in his heart, thank you so much. I'm still sticking to 4,042. All right. That's quite a range there, for sure. Zephiel, Costco is not a very conservative company, but if you can get their stuff to help you go ahead, you should look at other metal dealers and ask them to match a price, if you ask me. Yep. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. Some of them will, some of them won't. But yes, and like I said, no problem. People find a better deal somewhere, buy it. Buy it. I've done it, and we'll continue to do it. All right. P. Ryan Limerick says here, gold is great, isn't it? In the past 5 years, in dollar value, gold is up over 95%. Well, I don't know about that. Well, maybe it is in the past 5 years. Actually, yeah, nearly doubled in price. But wait, what about silver? Silver is in a different era now, unlike before in history, in a deficit since 2021. So silver is actually up way more than gold in the past 5 years, up by over 112%. Stack silver, folks. Yeah, if you take into account the very big drop in March of 2020, that's true. That's kind of an anomaly, but yes, indeed. That's very, very true. Okay, let's see here. We got Sponge Boil Me Bob. It says here the following. Hope you're doing well, Salivate. I saw SD Bullion has a $5 roll of silver dimes at spot. Now I'm thinking of getting one as my first constitutional silver purchase. What other coins would you recommend for someone who only has rounds and bars? Love the videos. Well, I think that's a great deal. Yeah. The one thing I would wonder about that is if some of those are slicked. I typically don't buy constitutional silver from any bullion dealer because I like to see what I'm getting. Not to say that would give you a bunch of slicks, but there may be enough in there that it may skew, because usually that's the only thing that would worry me to somewhat for that kind of thing at spot for those. But that's a good deal. Worth doing. Chinks says, Larry D. Silvers. Chinks, okay. I'm not sure what that means, but all right, we'll take it. I am Groot. All right, here's the spammer. If you see any of these comments, you know what they are. I've been watching you a long time, your channel. You know, you can tell it's a scammer. You can always look at the channel and see that it was just created. There's usually a link to something else. The bots create these things, and YouTube should be able to say that if you have a new account, you cannot comment for 2 days or something like that. They should put a limit on this stuff like that. If you do that, or you're only limited to 2 comments or whatever, that would alleviate a lot of this. I don't know, but you can report these. Just hit the report button on your end. Of course, I've got more options here. I can get rid of them and block these things, but they're all over every time I post a new video, 4, 5, 6 of these things post right in the first few seconds of me posting the video. It's annoying. There's no reason why YouTube can't get rid of those. And they're deleting other comments that they shouldn't. It makes me so mad. I probably can't tell you how many people have said, Sal's deleting my comments, so I'm not going to watch this channel anymore, when I've not deleted anything. I don't even see the comment through. It's crazy. Greg Sutton says, thank you, Sal, for keeping us on our toes. No problem, my friend. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Let's see if there's any new thing that's popped in here. And now it's down $37. So gold is really trying to claw back some of its losses tonight. Down 1.12%. Yeah, crazy. $3,289.20. Silver down 6 cents to $32.75. All right. Very good. Red Crawler, the crypto people using fiat for value conversion just makes me laugh. Gold and silver doesn't need fiat. That's exactly right. And Vienna does not. That's true. That's what makes us different. One of the things that makes us... And again, it's not a competition. Kudos to those who made massive profits with Bitcoin. I have no problem with that. Doesn't affect me one way or the other. Because I know in the end, gold and silver stacking is about wealth preservation for the long term. Anita, having some margaritas with Mom. Happy Mother's Day to you and your mom. All right. Very good. It's FIL. Do you still have this guitar pick? Not a bad investment when you look at it in hindsight. Yes, indeed, you're right. I still do have that guitar pick. And I have a platinum one too, Zephiel. Thank you for watching this video. This is one of those videos I was hoping would go viral. But it did not. Because then indeed now it is definitely the most valuable guitar pick in the world. I'm in a 24 karat gold. I may redo that video now, actually. Maybe see if it'll get more views. I don't know. Especially with my new BC Rich guitar. I might do that. We'll see here. John Bethia says, our wives hang in with us for many years, hoping we will get better. So why don't some have the same faith in silver? Exactly. That's right. Exactly. Good point. We reached the end there. And there's where the markets are right now. We can see that gold is down $38.10 right now. Silver down 7. Platinum down 1. Palladium is the only metal that is in the green tonight. The only metal that is in the green. All right. Very good. You guys are awesome. Well, thank you so much. Well, you know what? I am not going to say goodnight. I am going to see how many people stick around with just me noodling around on the base. What do you think about that? I'm not going to say goodnight. I'm just going to noodle the base. Watch how many viewers we lose on this. I guarantee you, we're going to probably lose 100 viewers in the first couple of minutes here. Watch the view count go down dramatically when I play bass. It's crazy. That's a little B string. I had to get a little. That's a low D I'm hitting there. I'm not going to go to the B yet, but that B is massive. This amp is a guitar amp, and I shouldn't be playing bass through it. But you know what? Oh man, let's see here. All right, there we go. All right, JM says I gained 7 viewers. Oh, wow, man. Oh, thanks, hey, Silver Turtle. Appreciate you. Check out Silver Turtle's channel, by the way. Here's a low B for you. All right. There is no fret on the low B SDR. It's the open SDRC. It's the old open. The old open string there. But yes, indeed. Good stuff here. All right. All right. I don't know how I'm going to be able to pay this, but somebody will find a cookie emoticon. Maybe JM Unleashed can find a cookie emoticon and have it ready to go. If you can guess what song this is, if I can remember, it's been a long time since I played it, and no, it's not Sugar High Liquor. But if you can guess what song this is, then JM Unleashed will post 5 algorithmic cookies. Here we go. Now I'm a little bit rusty on that, and then the next part is, I don't know the next part, but it's not Bad Company. I'll give you a hint. It's a metal band. Have a good night, D Silver Man. It's not Walk the Line. It's a metal band. It's my niche. Hey, thank you, Anita. Anita Homebet. Let me see here. But that's the beginning part. It's not one. Good guess. But it is a metal band. It's not Planet Caravan. Good guess. If you can name the band, that's good enough. It's not Metallica. It's not Led Zeppelin. It's not Scorpions. If you can name the band, that's good enough. And JM Unleashed will post 5 algorithmic cookies, or the cookies, yeah. Not Metallica. Good guess. It's not Metallica. Not Pantera. Not Motley Crue. Oh, thank you, Gina. It's not Deftones, not Dream Theater. Good guess on that. I have mentioned the band before on here. It's not Korn. It's not Megadeth. I'll give you another hint. Well, if I give you this name, it's not Sepultura. Can't even for cookies. Alice in Chains, not Slayer. Good guesses though, guys. Not Whitesnake. I wish I knew the second part. That's not the second part. Anyways, it's not country. Yeah, it might be a little out of tune. Let me see here. Let me check the tuning. It's not Prince. It's a metal band. Yeah, it was a little out of tune. It's not Rat. It's not Symphony X. Good guess. I'll do it again. It's not Britney Spears. It's not Slipknot. Not Kid Rock. Not Megadeth. Let me take a little bit of the bass out of this. This might make it, because actually the song starts out, it's played on bass, but the bass tones are way down on it. So let me do this. And there's actually a little bit of distortion on it too. Not that much. Let me turn the gain back a little bit. Let's try this. Oh, no way. No way. Wooden Nymph Blood Fetish. Got it. Wooden Nymph. Whoa, amazing. Wooden Nymph Blood Fetish. Got it. Dead Heart in a Dead World. Boom. He got the band and the song. Jay Malise gave him 5 cookies. He deserves 5 more. Boom. He got it. Thank you, Wooden Nymph Blood Fetish. Awesome. I love that song. I wish I knew the second part. I'm going to try to learn. It's not Hammer Smash Faced, but that's a good guess too. But yeah, that's heavy. If you get a chance, check out that song, Nevermore, Dead Heart in a Dead World. And yes, Jay Malise, he ate one of the cookies. I love it. In fact, that way to go, Wooden Nymph. That is awesome. Wooden Nymph, Blood Fetish. That is awesome. Nevermore. Yes, and never mind. Never mind. That's right. That's great. Yeah, Loomis and Dane. God rest his soul. Worrell Dane. And Nevermore is coming back this year, by the way. Loomis and the drummer Van Williams are bringing the band back. But if Jay Malise can post a link to Dead Heart in a Dead World, that song, and you guys can check it out. It is a great tune. Of course, this thing is not. I need to add compression on it because that one string is too high. But anyways, but yeah, you got it. That's it. I actually can't believe that's amazing. Wooden Nymph Blood Fetish, boom, in with the win. Oh, Stacker Factor, Sanctuary, one of my favorite bands of all time. Yes. Actually, Loomis joined the band right before they broke up. And thank you, Jay Malise has posted a link to the song. You'll hear it at the beginning of that. This is a great song all around. Stacker Factor, Sanctuary were my favorite band. Refuge Denied is my absolute favorite album. Love Refuge Denied. And then Into the Mirror Black. And then in 2013, their last album, The Year the Sun Died, came out. Great album. Yes, indeed. Yeah. That's cool. I've never seen Wood Nymph before. He just comes right in and boom with it. Amazing. And you never know who's going to be lurking, watching. And he just nailed it. He got it. That's amazing. Is he still here? He just popped in with that and then split. That's amazing. Congratulations, sir. That is awesome. I'm like blown away that he knew that. That is so cool. Anyways, yeah, check this out. Thank you, Jam Elise. I appreciate that. For showing that. And Zero H, good guess on System of a Down too. It would be kind of their style how they would do it. But that was awesome. Oh yeah. That's Jam Elise. Cookies for everybody. That's right, exactly. Cookies for everybody. That's awesome. Oh yeah. Sabotage was great too. Yes, indeed. Good stuff. Yeah, they're coming back, Wood Nymph. And thank you for popping in. Man, you super impressed me. That is so cool you knew about that. Yes, indeed. Cool. Oh, thanks for it. Yeah, and I haven't played it in a long time, but thank you. Yeah, it's thrash. It gets pretty heavy, Eagle Steve. It sure does. Oh yeah, classic stuff. All right, man. I'm geeking out. I'm just shocked that I was gonna say it starts with an N, and hopefully somebody would get it, but it's like, wow. Yeah, the guitars are great too. Yeah, it's awesome, man. That's a cool tune. All right, folks. We had a good time tonight. I've been going on for my throat's getting a little bit crazy, but got to get work on tomorrow's video. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here tonight. Market is down again. Gold is climbing back down a little bit. Now down $41.50. Silver down 12 cents. Platinum down 3. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys popping in tonight. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Happy Mother's Day. And we'll see you back here on Tuesday. Have a great night, everybody. I'm going to leave you with this piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the dead heart in a dead world. See ya.